Russia tried to kick them out. And so Russia says in solidarity, we understand, and we're behind you removing your criminal cabal. That's what the Russians actually say. Go read it. It's incredible. And Italy's pulling out, and England's pulling out, and Iceland's pulling out, and Greece is trying, and Spain's trying, and Brazil is trying, and everyone's trying to get out from under the globalists. And they're bull. A bunch of arrogant George Soroses and David Rockefellers waddling around, so disconnected. Oh, Trump's Hitler. I'm so afraid of. Meanwhile, we have him on 60 Minutes. The greatest time of my life was working for Hitler. He played the clip yesterday, George Soros. It's like, what planet do you come from, bro? We understand your constituents and the type of people that Mark Dice goes out and talks to that can't find their rear ends with both hands. But listen, those people don't count. They're just welfare heads that suck their thumbs. You understand the majority of people work in this country and are beginning to understand what's happening, and a large minority knows where the bodies are buried, does the hanging, runs the whole show, and understands your cancer. So here comes the scalpel. Russian think tanks and academics agree. The goal of the 44th U.S. president is to complete and complicate things for the 45th one. And it goes on. So we're watching sabotage. What do you think they're doing with Israel? Doesn't do it in 8 years. 20-something days out, now 20 days out, he says, oh my gosh, you've got to merge, you've got to let all the Palestinians into Jerusalem. Oh, they'll just kill and overthrow immediately. And then now they're calling for an intifada. They're calling for an uprising in the Middle East, a war against Israel. Gee, who would have thought that would have happened? And I see a lot of idiots commenting on the website and other websites going, Alex, I'm sorry your buddies Israel are about to get blown up. Nobody wants to stand up for Israel anymore. Hey, dummies. Even if I hated Russia, which I don't, I wouldn't be for a nuclear war with them because, see, it's called mutually assured destruction. In your mother's basement, you may not have heard of it. Israel has between 400 and 600 high-tech nukes and delivery systems. It has the Samson option to start a nuclear war if they're being overrun. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Do you understand they have over 50 submarines in the Mediterranean
yes, we understand
Persian Gulf to pop up and launch their cruise missiles that are hypersonic, supersonic, many times. Mach 3, Mach 4, Mach 5, Mach 6. Some are reportedly can go up to Mach 7. The Russians have missiles that go Mach 7. Imagine what the United States has. They've got cruise missiles that aren't even nuclear. They're kinetic with DU that go Mach 10. That's classified information right there you just got. But it's been out. Idiots have leaked it. They've got decapitation weapons in orbit with DU Shabos that come in like gravity guns. It's what it is a gravity gun that will kill people up to 2 miles under a mountain. Go right through and kill you. Well, don't think the United States is the only country that has these. These were up in orbit in the late 1970s. What do you think classified missions are up to space? 80+% of NASA's missions are military. It's called mutually assured destruction, dumbos. And I'm not talking to our audience. I'm talking to the people that I see on InfoWars and on YouTube going, oh, the Drudge is down. So what? We're going to shut down your right-wing media and all this crap. We're not right-wing media. I can speak for myself. We're Americana prosperity media that just want to live in a free country and not start wars because we have nuclear weapons. We can't have wars on a mass scale. Continuing. Behind the scenes of the Presidential Inaugural Committee, Trump inauguration to have less pomp, circumstance, so he can get right to work. Now watch. That's Breitbart exclusive. They've got like a huge 20-something page article breaking it down. Says, you know, the head of Breitbart is the head of the White House under Trump. But you watch, the media will claim it's pomp and circumstance, even though they're cutting it in half. Britain, edging towards Trump, scolds Kerry over Israel. They asked the United States, what are you doing? Ask Obama, are you trying to start a war? What are you doing? Israel's not going anywhere. That's what the British said, because that's the truth. What are you doing? Trying to start a big war. What are you doing? saying, okay, maybe we need a one-state policy. That's the new thing in the headlines. If Israel will not merge with the Arabs, then Israel will be one state, and we'll just open the borders and let in tens of millions of people from all over the Middle East. And if you think they had a fun jihad taking over Syria and killing 300,000 people, just wait till they drive the Jews into the sea. Of course, long before that happens, it'll be the end of the world. But you don't care because you've got Funyuns and Hot Pockets in mommy's basement and have learned the word Jew and can say it over and over again like a magic word. The extreme right wing's magic word is Jew or Zionist, and the left's magic word is racist. But because none of that works anymore, it's now Russian agent or Zionist agent. Gotta pick which. How about I'm an agent of not dying? How about I'm an agent of wanting to see my grandkids and space travel and us getting off the planet? How about life extension technology?
I'm a secret juggalo agent.
To get the technology they've already
I'm only deployed.
My family. How about
when I'm called.
How about I don't want to live in peace? How about I'm the real liberal?
Nobody's done that yet.
How about the fact you can't deal with that?
There has to be a hatchet man
but I'm tribal about
in the sky
and free market and a culture of
until I see
society.
that.
George Soros calls his group an open society. George Soros, I looked it up this morning. I was going from memory, and I went, hasn't he had a hand in overthrowing more than 20 countries? And I looked it up. He's physically financed the overthrow of more than 15 countries violently. And he has had a hand in more than 30 countries plunging their currencies to European countries, to Latin American countries, to African countries, to Asian countries. Right wing, left wing, he doesn't care what your country is. He'll overthrow it.
You should comment.
Off of it.
I heard everybody's trying it.
Never come back
I
from
do
their currency
it
being devalued. It
when I watch
people's
people.
Lives, and George Soros likes it. Everything nasty. He's
people
so evil. He's so bad. You can't believe how bad he is. Backing radical jihadists worldwide to take over non-radical Muslim countries and kill everyone, basically. Brags about it on CNN with Fareed Zakaria. Yeah, that's on screen. Soros brags, takes responsibility for coup and mass murder in Ukraine.
Oh, Soros. He's the head funder of Black Lives Matter.
And then I'm against that. People tell me I'm a Russian agent.
This is because you didn't know.
Oh, and they gave Joe Biden's son the $4 billion concession a year for the gas that comes through Russia.
Oh, George Soros is white.
Into Eastern and Western Europe. And now the Bidens sit over it. It was just given to them and are reportedly sucking hundreds of millions a year out. This is the level of criminality. And guess what? Trump gets in. That's not going to happen, Biden. And they know. They know. See, they know that we're not going to do business that way anymore. We're not going to rob people of their oil and gas. We're going to buy it at low prices. And we're going to put Americans to work drilling in the United States and Russia, and we're going to cut the Muslims out, and they're not going to run the show anymore. Saudi Arabia is going to be pivoted into the toilet bowl. Bye-bye, 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 China, bye-bye, bye-bye. You want
He's
to
not crazy.
People and be tyrants? You want to sit here and dominate us and control us? Good luck. It's all being snatched away from you, isn't it? Oh, you thought you'd beat America again. Get ready to be stomped into the dirt. Oh, that's right. You come from losers. We're winners. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Getting one of the big unsung heroes to fight for liberty on the line right now, Bruce Fine. As soon as we get him, we'll go to him. Obama quietly signs the Propaganda Act last Friday. We'll be talking about that with Bruce Fine here in a moment. Putin's taking the high road. Russia, the president says he won't expel U.S. diplomats in revenge for hacking
cooking
sanctions.
Up some chemicals
but his
in the
Obama
house.
administration is angry and shallow, who are losers.
Then you blow up the whole fucking house.
They also called him a political corpse. That's what Obama is.
Sing that song?
And with an admitted scorched earth policy trying to sabotage
blowing up your house.
The nation as fast as he can, which he was always doing. That's what presidents did.
Oh, you're worse than Volume 2.
People weak, independent on the central government. And the fact that Trump wants a boom economy and a prosperity system, that's what the Americana system is.
Yeah.
Is why it's antithetical to what
Volume
they
1
are
is Doc needs to get off my belt, Lou.
Setting up. Now, again, I want to just let everybody know that I want to thank you as we go into the new year.
Bless you.
For all that you've done. I want to thank you for your support, your prayers. We have come so far. I don't want to say of every race, color, and creed, because we are really all the human race. We all have the same genes. We have the same red blood. Different color skin, just like you can have a black dog or a white dog. They're all dogs at the end of the day. We're human beings made in the image of the Creator. And we've really come together. And record numbers of people have broken through the social control, broken through the matrix, and really said no to the power structure.
Broken through the matrix.
So I want to encourage all of you in the new year to understand that we've turned the tide.
I need to learn that.
Is now just really heating up. But we're learning that we can win. We're learning that we're promoting things that are popular and wholesome and good. And that all that evil men and tyrants need to flourish is that good men and women do nothing, to quote Thomas Jefferson. And we're rediscovering that a nation of sheep will be ruled by wolves. And that we've got to be sheepdogs that are going to resist that tyranny. I've been talking about folks being sheepdogs for 20 plus years on air. My grandfathers all told me to be a sheepdog, not a sheep, not a wolf. It's not just, ripping off the popular film produced, of course, by Clint Eastwood, that goes over the life and death of what happened to the famous Navy SEAL. But we are faced with the fact that if we don't take our country and our world back, it will be run and hijacked by very, very nasty people who have a desire for control because they wish to dominate their fellow humans. Now, continuing here, ladies and gentlemen, we're unable to get Fine on. I guarantee it's a time zone issue, so some time zone stuff back and forth. Just send him an email. We'll get him on later. That's fine. I've got plenty of news to cover. I want to get him on because he's the guy that got rid of the fairness doctrine. This is a lawyer at the FCC. It pointed out it was un-American. It was unconstitutional. They brought it forward to Congress, and Congress struck down a law saying you couldn't say you were for the Republicans or the Democrats on radio. But that's your First Amendment. You own a station. It's your printing press. It's your electronic printing press. You should be able to say whatever you want. And, of course, the Democrats selectively enforce that. They could be political all the time. They could do whatever they wanted. It was that basically allowed them to get into law and get into the cultural fabric of our lives. Things that is incontrovertibly un-American and fascistic / communist.
What did he say?
And so this long battle we're now part of.
The last thing you said was Big Flow Master Chief fan. Okay, so you're a hacker, coder, gamer, journalist, military, laughing my ass off. Well, he responded to you with going into the military, former white hat associate, and yes, I have a record of affiliation. You are a 56-year-old little bitch who sits behind DTNs, keyboards, and cameras. You think you got some shit that no one else has. You think you know stuff that is a threat to others. You think that just because you got a shout out from a racist Nazi YouTuber with a couple million subs that you are something. Nah, little homie, you ain't shit. You sit on your couch all day pretending to be 12, smoking crack in front of your kids and masturbating to kitty porn. Go overdose. I got better shit to do and live up for it. You got nothing. Matter of fact, you're hightailing my ass in the comments. Go jack off into a jar of venison and call our firstborn. I'm out.
Close to 3 times bigger.
And then he also said, also, if you'd like to counter-argue, I have documentation of my claims, and I have also screenshots these comments. So if you decide you want to play with it, with the HTML to manipulate what I said, go for it. Then I could download the screenshots you took and sue you for defamation of character technique your term.
Tell that little nigga to shut up.
Who's at the door?
That humans have and our dreams of building a true civilization.
I'm live, so I'm not
opening.
opening.
Not conquest. That made this
but yeah, a VPN, I never heard of it. What is that, a virtual private network or something like that? I never heard of that shit.
Pop culture driven
but yeah,
know all about what movie
awesome.
stars
One
eat
of
for
my
dinner
biggest
or
fans
where
right
they
there.
vacation, but don't go visit their own mother or father in the nursing home. And it's this dehumanization and dumbing down that is our greatest enemy. So I want to air this piece. It came out last week. I never got to it, but I was watching it again this morning.
He claims to be a white hat, but then he says he dosses people.
MarkDice.com.
That's fucking black hat right there.
When he
He needs
goes
to
out
know
and
the
talks
difference
Republic,
between white and black and gray. He's definitely black hat.
Randomly talking to folks and showing you the response he really
C-SPAN,
got.
if you're watching,
9 times out of 10,
you're a black
liberals
hat.
want to put gun owners
Not a white hat.
slavery
White hat are
camps.
good people.
9 times out of 10, liberals want to execute
You're a bad hat, though.
conservatives.
Bad boy.
9 times out of 10, they want to be able to abort children that are already born. 7 out of 10 in one of his videos.
By the way, you got one dislike.
They want to basically kill all whites. This is the crazy,
somebody was watching, and then they decided to leave.
Mental illness,
they probably didn't like my show.
Brainwashing that they've gone
they're
through.
Probably
also
like,
incredibly stupid. I don't care if they're black, Hispanic, white, it doesn't matter. They are these soft, bumbling spectators who aren't even alive and are basically in a trance state. And so for folks who
I'm
don't
pretty
know
sure
about the film
nobody's blocked.
Idiocracy that my good friend and incredible artist Mike Judge, creator of King of the Hill, you name it, made.
I don't really block people.
Didn't like it when he made it. And so they shelved it. It showed in one theater in Austin and one theater in LA by law because there was a corporate agreement. They didn't even list the name of the film.
Okay, you got a comment.
It's become
an
underground mega hit.
I can't hear your video, but I just wanted to say you just a bully, just a clown. You need to stop. That's not how juggalos act.
How juggalos act?
$7 million.
Do you have the Juggalo handbook?
And when you see it,
may I borrow it, good sir?
We already are.
I will gladly not read it, wipe my ass with it, and hand it back to you, and tell you there's no rules.
Well, this is obviously somebody with no phone data, so they could just...
Who aren't compartmentalized,
yeah, comment without watching.
More informed than
how many
ever been.
People
so coming up at the start of the next hour, I'm going to air that piece. But right now we do have...
Well, unfortunately, if you're not going to give me a view, I'm blocking.
December 30th, 2016.
That is a picture of...
In the waning hours of this historic year.
But thanks for your comment. It's your First Amendment right to say whatever you want.
It's a girl.
Mrs., ma'am, sir, whatever. If you want to be a bull dyke or whatever you want to do, it is your right to do so. Bull dyke, sir, whatever.
Did you delete?
He's also been the assistant to Congressman Bob Barr and many others, and was the chief advisor on foreign affairs and geopolitical activities for Ron Paul in his presidential run.
And the property of Boy Blue. I'm here. Woo,
and of course, he's an accomplished constitutional lawyer. I'm not going to go over all the best-selling books he's had. I'll tell you about constitutional peril, the life and death struggle for constitution and democracy, an American empire before the fall. And I want to just get his approximation as a historian, as a lawyer, as somebody that's worked in major corporations, but also in Congress and traveled the world, where we are currently with Obama's scorched earth policy, 20 days out from the Trump presidency, and this draconian Countering Information Warfare Act, where they admit...
Yo, Prim, if you're watching still, can you put in the chat, I had to block that person, because they weren't giving me a view.
In the congressional testimony, and that the Board of Governors of the FCC will now be under...
I talk on video. I'm not typing when I'm doing a video.
That is in the new Defense Authorization Act. I mean, 3 years ago they legalized domestic propaganda by the CIA. This funds it. So I want to get the expert's view on this, and someone who overturned...
Motherfuckers like, I don't watch you, but I don't know who you are, but...
It wasn't spies
I just wanted to tell you that you're a bully, good sir.
That was
a girl, by the way.
And I'm like, okay, thank you, ma'am.
They're calling for fines.
That is awesome.
Fake news,
I look like Carrie, to be honest with you.
I believe that is what you have been told.
Putin had expelled all the diplomats, which wasn't even true.
I can tell you that you are a whole.
Obama has done that. So Mr.
But that doesn't make that true now, does it?
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, I wonder if that ass bitch Titty saw his video earlier. He says
we've only got about
making
15
kids
minutes
happy
with
makes
you. I
him
appreciate you
happy.
coming on. I mean, where are we?
I saw that.
Well,
no comments.
We're at a potential inflection point, Alex. I think Donald Trump is terrified.
Hunter, I think you try too hard. Trying to buy kids Happy Meals. You're trying to give yourself a good name and all that shit. Do it off camera. See how that works out for you.
Of the United States, not president of the world. No, we don't wish harm on anybody, but after all, we cannot solve all the misery created by the defects in the DNA, and in the process of trying to do so, we end up with things like Libya.
Now I can go out and start handing out nuggets of a nice pot to people on camera. This is legal. Doesn't make me a good guy, now does it? It just means I'm looking for publicity in some kind of way, showing up my views and subs, but I'm not getting money off of YouTube. So I don't care.
By the way, have you showed those nice nugs?
Are these nugs?
Far back, Alex, when our empire
There's some
really
nugs
went
up
into
in
high
here.
gear
It's
in
not much.
1948, with the arrogance that you can't believe. We are the local.
They're alright. No big
Everybody else is the caboose. Well, that's not calculated to get a lot of friends, and it's calculated to get you wars everywhere in the world in some messianic.
Well, you know, when people just hand it to you for free out here,
which marginalizes the American people.
Fucking grows on trees, I heard.
The Cecil B. DeMille extravaganza. In the front, you know, all other people who don't pay our
they just hand it out to you like apples and shit. Like, yo, man, try my new Apple Chronic.
Where real
Like,
people
oh.
died with the chariots running over us.
Yeah, I'll take a couple bags. I mean,
that's the president's daily brief. I mean, why is why is his daily brief? You know, it's about, you know, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Burundi and Nepal and what's going to happen with regard to Burma's internal development or stuff.
But
like
not
that.
a dog. You know, leaving,
Americans first. Our job.
leaving the carnival spirit stream, dude.
Exactly. So
Makes you
Trump
look
says it's time to focus on
like
the
a pussy.
homeland, our country, and not the
You're saying.
empire. They're in total panic mode. They're trying to destabilize, trying to get an intifada going. I mean, this really looks seditious, what we see Obama and Soros doing as they prepare to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're going to cry to McCormick.
Take this UN resolution where you abstain. I mean, really? It says, among other things, Alex, you know, that the acquisition of territory by force is inadmissible. Well, really, is it only inadmissible by Israel? Look at every country that voted on that resolution has acquired territory by force. Whether it's right, including the United
Handle your own
States,
business.
abstain. So
It's easy.
like having a law that's enforced only against one race or one religion. You know, here it's just Israel, but everybody else gets.
I'll take that under
It's
consideration.
selectively enforced, and Israel's
I'm
taking
not
tiny
doing that.
pieces of land. Exactly. Look at how the West just backed this 5-year civil war.
I'm just
and it took
talking.
Saudi Arabia to take
If somebody
over
says
and
something rude, I say
colonize
something
Syria.
rude.
Yeah, no, or Yemen or any other place.
Yeah.
So it's trying to apply a standard just to one country in all the world that all the other countries
Trust me, though,
get
I'm rude.
free on. And it's a disgrace, and that's Obama's legacy. This is a high moral ground.
Real
that he came
fucking
to.
rude.
You know, it's a culmination of the civil rights movement. I mean, it really is quite disgusting. It's kind of a phenomenon that's been repeated throughout history. The oppressed become the oppressors. You
Like,
know,
I'll
we
piss
stand
on your
up there
mama
with
in the
high
shower
moral
type
urges.
rude.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be you. Why did you acquire territory by force? Well, yeah, there was a war in 1967 provoked by the Arabs, and we went into Kosovo and bombed the damn place for 100 years to have a territory acquired by force from Serbia. So we're giving lectures to them.
I'm on the
That's one
third
of the
story.
elements here.
If y'all give me like 20 likes right now, I'll jump out this window and hopefully land on my feet like a cat.
Diminishing the stature of the White House, the way he's
Badass
trying to
bitch
just
Chinny
throw
Cutter says, yeah, sure.
stumbles in the
About?
way before he even
What I say to Hunter now?
No, he's lame duck. He's
And then Juggalo nonstop Cox says I'm here.
And let the process work its way out.
Bruce, sometimes you got to come on for a full hour, really get into your whole
fuck you want,
background, because it's
dude?
so interesting. I know you've been a lawyer for heads of state and all sorts
wanna
of
grab
stuff.
my belt
The point you bring
too?
up about a third, basically, of Serbia that they've had for 1,000 years, given to the Muslims. I mean, this is outrageous, and we see Democrats really siding with the Muslims. It's just a fact all over to take over even areas of Europe and give it to them, and now Merkel bringing in millions of military-age men covering up the criminal committee. What do you think's behind this insanity?
Mark,
Well,
excuse
you
me.
know, it goes back to, you know,
I knew these would give us
tribalism, it's a distraction from confronting, you know, their own issues in their own way. And part of it too, Alex, I think, we're it's almost like species narcissism, and we refuse to recognize, you know, we're not going to live in paradise forever because the species has real faults in it. But we need to make the optimum of it by having it within our own enclave.
I read that.
Try to develop a standard that may influence others.
That's what I was
for
like.
example, but it goes back to, you know, America first. Now, people say, "Wow, that was America First Committee." You know, the fact is, the reason why we were able to win so successfully is because
Yeah.
we didn't squander the
No
damn
drama.
resources we had. You know, before
Then why
we
you
were
here?
actually attacked.
And let's go further. Let's go further. World War I was clearly started, historians don't deny it, by the British Empire against the Germans because they couldn't compete
I like you, don't tell Shay.
Germany, the Austro-Hungarian Empire was acting like the Renaissance
Hey,
that America was.
I like you.
And
Don't tell
England
Shay.
couldn't compete with that. The Empire couldn't compete. So they kicked that off, and then that and the Versailles Treaty gave us Hitler. So the point is, no one's saying Hitler wasn't bad. It didn't have to be fought. The point is that...
How do you guys do that 100? How do you do that 100, Prem?
triggered the events that gave us Adolf Hitler.
I don't know,
You're exactly right. Even though we don't exonerate Hitler, but we were the ones who said in play, because we joined the war stupidly in 1917. Why the heck were we fighting Europe's wars? Crazy. But putting that aside, it's surely the British Empire, and they've been running around for centuries.
I did figure that out.
The Boer War, Burma War,
invading everybody.
Everything that moved. They were even fighting Eonian wars. It didn't matter whether it was Disraeli or Gladstone or everybody.
Who do you love?
And they just worried that was their thrill, that was their empire, that was their Rudyard Kipling was writing poetry and stories to celebrate empire.
Oh.
And they were going to lord it over all these
White man's
world.
Don't tell her.
White man's birthday, exactly right. This was at the time we're doing waterboarding in the Philippines, Why the heck do you care about the Philippines? How about staying in the United States,
Hey.
And making
I like
our
you.
country as perfect
Don't
as
tell
they
Shay.
can. We ought to have, Alex, this is a total misorientation.
We need the
Drama.
American standard where everybody looks at us as the model again.
Yeah, our influence is the model.
So
Alex,
what?
we had virtually no military conflict
If I fucks
at all.
with you,
A few frigates. Right
for
after
entertainment
our Declaration
purposes,
of Independence
for myself.
and Constitution, all of Europe trembled because they worried about our ideas that we would say.
Your videos don't
that
entertain
would
me.
incite their own people.
They
Oh,
said,
So
"Look,
I
we
gotta
cannot
get
compete with the
entertainment
American experiment. It's going to
from
spread."
you.
And we didn't need
On my
a
shit.
single frigate to send that.
Because your
idea.
videos
That
suck.
standard would sell itself. It doesn't
It's too
need
sexy.
very
It's too
much
sexy. I mean, globalism is Madeleine Albright. Americanism is Marilyn Monroe in her prime.
Yeah, who is it?
Well, that's right. But
Who is it?
anyway, this is what I really think the lion's share of our problems all trace back to this crazy military
Oh, shit.
industrial counterterrorism company. It creates enemies
Some
that
love
otherwise
line up
wouldn't
in
be
my
waged
shit. What
against
the
us. It
fuck?
squanders
You
literally
watching this shit?
trillions of dollars. It takes
I don't know why you
dollars
can't
into killing
comment.
instead of production.
Sorry.
Instead of having Thomas Edison's creating electricity
You're on somebody
and new
else's
forms
block
of
with it.
gadgets to make people's lives pleasant. They're dreaming.
You couldn't
up
have that in
ways to
Europe
make
because it
themselves.
was monopolies. Well, sir, I know you like to talk about yourself, but I mean, you really are an unsung hero.
Yeah, dude, Hum
You are,
taught me.
with the
I can just
impetus
go to
to
my
Reagan,
thing
they
on
admit your
my
idea. You did it all. I mean, you
on my
started it all.
tablet and
The
just
reason
release
I exist,
everybody
talk radio,
with
and
one
the fact
click.
that talk radio became kind of the model of the internet, the free-for-all, the return of free speech in America, this entire revolution against the globalists. I mean, and you've done so many other things behind the scenes. I talked to so many, big cheeses, and they say, "Thank God for Bruce Fine." What do you make,
Oh,
sir,
Nightmare, can
of
you
this
tell
new
Billy,
Ministry of Truth?
give those
I mean,
pants
directly
back?
out of the old Stalinist
You know, the
Soviet
girl
Union,
ones.
and they say that they're openly going to start blocking InfoWars
Appreciate it.
and Drudge and others. This is
They're
and they
not.
have the left cheerleading on the news,
Yours,
saying it's
they're-
wonderful. Let's shut Alex Jones down.
Kitty's mom.
This is insane.
It is.
Give 'em back.
It's one of the first statutes whose purpose is to violate the First Amendment and free speech. Now, these people they really understand nothing. Holmes got it right.
Do I need to address
the
anybody?
test of truth is the ability of the idea to be accepted
Nobody.
in the marketplace.
Is this day the
So what
last
are you
day
worried
that
about
they
there?
were-
I mean,
they
no
had
one's
that
required to
backboard on?
listen to your show. No one's compelled under a guillotine threat, to believe it. That's how you understand and get
Mad
access
whack.
to truth. All right, you compete and you decide, what the
Can't come here.
what seems more
This is what you
convincing
do.
than something
And
else.
we're dominating.
I'll smack
we're
you.
dominating. They're imploding, and they
Until you
want
leave
to
the
shut
property.
us up. They want us off the field. They say they can't beat us, Bruce.
I know, which shows that they don't understand and believe in free speech, except their own free speech, which is
Well, now,
the opposite of what you described.
if you come here for violence,
and it really is frightening that
well, I
these
get to hurt you
fundamental
then.
principles that were this is John Milton was
Now, a
writing
smack will
about
just
this 4
probably,
centuries ago.
knock a few
There
teeth
no
out.
politica, no censorship.
That's not
And we're
pain.
4 centuries. We're regressing 4 centuries to before
Well,
John.
you're the guy with Ronald Reagan who torpedoed.
I'll show you what it is
all
when
of
you
this
get
that
here.
Trump could even exist today, and our whole nationalist movement that's
Surely.
spreading worldwide. Our example's now spreading. Brexit's now spreading. So it's not just America leading the way; it's England leading the way this time. I mean, and it shows how the roles are reversed. Russia leading the way for nationalism, saying no to the corporate empire.
But no drama.
How did you torpedo the fairness doctrine that was in, as you know, for 30 years? And then how would you go after this board of governors, the FCC and others, under Homeland Security and intelligence agencies?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way I did is, first, this statute that purported to require the fairness doctrine, I re-examined it and said, no, it doesn't. It's voluntary. And so we set in place a rulemaking to repeal it, and was sustained in the courts. Then when then we had someone in the South Carolina Ernest Hollings, he championed the bill to force us to readopt it. But we got President Reagan to veto the bill. This is 1987, and it wasn't overridden. And ever since.
Change your makeup, dude.
It doesn't detract from it.
You got any questions, Doc?
Tom, obviously, appreciate your time. I mean, I'm not a constitutional lawyer like you or a communications lawyer, but I'm looking at
you
this.
picked the greatest fucking answer your channel, dude.
The subsections, the deal with this is obviously thousands of pages being the Defense Authorization
For your
Act,
channel's titling, dude,
they say
you should pick I Copy Twisted Clown Channel 1,
I mean, it's written.
I Copy Twisted Clown Channel 2.
Power grab over all communications.
You know?
Having the FCC being at the heart of it, it seems like this countermands countless other laws, but they declare it's a war power. So they're saying it circumvents and trumps everything. I mean, is that accurate what I'm saying?
Well, that's what it... But Congress can't just make up war by summoning it into being. There has to be something out there. And so they realize how fragile their constitutional argument is, so they have to make it up as being, an extension of the war power. We're supposed to be invulnerable from judicial review.
After all,
we can't defeat the enemies unless we're suppressing speech.
Was that like $24 home?
Sure, so they're invoking a war power. How
Super came out, dude.
No, but it doesn't always win. I mean, the most analogous case, Alex, you go back to World War II, when many schools were districts and state laws were saying, you can't even go to public school unless you salute the flag. And the Supreme Court said, you can't compel that. You can't compel people, to believe something, to assert something you don't believe. And they said the First Amendment protects that. And so we would go in and we immediately seek an injunction.
You got a problem? Tell me.
You can't use the war power.
I'm not going to be live long.
We're fighting in order to defend free speech.
Turns out,
does this illustrate a reckless,
even though, once again,
by the establishment?
I'm the only juggalo known to man to have almost 1,000 motherfuckers in his stream at once, motherfucker.
But according to Doc, those were CanStar bots, so they don't mean anything.
No, they were real people. Real people. What you got, Doc, are library bots. I say that because you make the emails at the library.
Trump, and I'm going to reach out and send him a letter
as
well. I'm going to, obviously, he knows
Jake,
who you are. I'm going to ask that he get in contact with you, and as soon as he gets in, use you as a top
So, Jake,
you're the expert.
he knows what I'm talking about.
This or how to block this.
Teamstars people clear me and call me daddy that one time, like 1,000 people.
Repealing this, or how would that work?
Oh, yeah, he surely could. I mean, there are Republicans control both houses of Congress. He just proposes a bill to repeal the...
That's trademarked. Y'all can't be doing that shit either.
There's no reason why...
Once y'all can do this,
all right, well, please come back.
then you can do that. All right, until then, fuck you.
I think you've got a lot of...
I'm saying fuck you.
Which one do you want to have the folks know about front and center?
But anyway, Jake, what's up,
the
dude?
most recent is American Empire Before the Fall, if you really want to know what the source of our current most
hanging out the window over here.
Are. And I just encourage them that doesn't matter how big and strong something looks. It is paper tiger as a matter of...
Yeah, that was on the Twisted Clown show, dude.
And wisdom.
This is my Twisted Green ICP. In like 2 weeks, I can stream again on Twisted Clown show, though. I'll be off punishment. I'm on YouTube punishment.
And it's a chicken or the egg. The whole military industrial complex
I got in trouble.
is built on sand.
I don't remember how.
Strong. We're not against America being strong. We're just not going to kill the golden goose so they
That's
get
a good thing.
eggs.
I forget real quick. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Our military men pay raises out of the skies of...
Like, why am I arguing with people? I don't remember. But it's fun. So keep doing it. You know what I mean?
And they need to be defending us. That's how they make us
Exactly.
How about defending our sea lanes, our borders, our airspace, our cyberspace? Why the heck are they 6,000 or 7,000 miles away getting shot
I can't help
in some god-awful barren area with nothing but rocks?
But yeah.
Bruce Fine is more Trump than Trump. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, amazing. Thank you, sir. Have a great...
What was I saying?
We'll be back, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Joining us with very important breaking news. First, I want to air some excerpts of this Mark Dice piece where the public actually believes that plants drink Gatorade or Bronzo.
She's not talking to me, she's talking to you.
The Bronzo appears to be helping the crops grow and is alleviating much of the drought and the food shortages in Africa. Do you think that they should be sending more Bronzo over there to help the people get out of the drought?
What the
Most
fuck up your
definitely
game,
depending
Pimp?
on the way they're
Do what you
using
gotta
it.
do.
Because they don't have government set up like here where the government actually helps out the people. Like, the people are mostly fending for themselves, trying to find the resources they need.
Do you think that we should be using more Brondo on the crops in Africa to help alleviate
What'd you
the
meet her at?
food
Oh,
shortage and the
you know,
droughts over
Twisted
there?
Clown's last
Yes.
thing.
So they
what's
have
up?
the right idea of using the Brondo.
What you gotta do.
I mean, it's what plants need.
Yeah.
So, any other comments on the Brondo being used in Africa that's helping the crops?
Definitely, if they got it over there, they should get more out there to help them out and get the resources they need to stay healthy and alive.
More Brondo. It's got electrolytes and what plants need. Now, Taylor Swift
I
is
didn't
on
know
board also.
plants
They're gonna be
needed
doing
electrolytes.
Free shipments of Brondo over to Africa to
Who
help
knew?
alleviate the droughts. Do you think that's going to help with the food shortages and things over there? Sending some Brondo?
I don't think he wants your number, Pim.
It's helpful.
Anything
Definitely.
will be helpful?
Yeah.
Brondo, it has what plants need.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
And so
Straight that celebrities are endorsing a good cause.
it's a good cause.
I think he left.
To help the poor, people in Africa, just to help them grow more crops, I guess.
He's chasing off my people.
Brondo's got those electrolytes. So you
Whoa.
think it's a good move?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Careful.
Just getting people's opinions.
Yeah. Definitely.
Should President Camacho allow the Brondo to be used on the crops to stop the water shortage and the food shortage over there in Africa?
I mean, definitely, if it's a problem, and if people, because I'm West African, so anything related to Africa, I feel strongly about.
You think that
Hold on, let me put
Matt
this
Damon's
together.
doing the right thing by putting the Brondo on the crops to help the people?
I mean, if he's helping people, yeah.
Brondo, it has what
Yeah.
plants need,
Yeah.
the electrolytes. Do you think President Camacho's doing the wrong thing by trying to keep the charities out of his country?
Well, I don't know a lot about the situation, but based on what you're telling me, yes.
What would you do to help get more Brondo on the crops in Africa?
Well, first of all, you have to, what you're doing right now, you have to advertise it. You have to bring awareness to people.
A lot of people don't know much about the Brondo, I
That's
guess.
what I'm saying. Like, you have to bring awareness to it. That's the first thing. First thing, bring awareness to it, and then you have to have like
Some celebrities maybe behind it, like
for sure.
Okay.
Celebrities, like you have to have. Me personally, I feel like you have to have like every spectrum. Like a celebrity, that's cool. But
Using those
not a lot
old
of people
pics.
can relate to celebrities, even though they look up
If,
celebrities.
like, a
Should be
viral
using them
video
old
campaign
pics
Yeah.
for the account, huh?
to help get the
So,
Brondo on the
You don't have
crops.
every aspect.
Why would you be so
Celebrity,
stupid?
Cool. YouTube, cool. The everyday person, cool.
I'll get
like,
you.
I'll break it down to like every group that you can think of. Have them talk about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's gonna let the people eat, then
Brondo.
I noticed you have a lot of friends already.
Okay.
What do you think we should do to help get more Brondo on the crops in Africa to help people?
Let's get something straight.
We need more supporters.
More supporters?
We need way more supporters.
You think
Don't blame your
maybe,
stupidity
Taylor
on me.
Swift and Beyonce should get on board.
Take responsibility for your own actions.
There are a lot of celebrities that are on the Brondo initiative. What would you do to help get
I will
more
give you
Brondo
permission.
put on the crops?
What would I do?
To expose me in your claims. Easy, babe.
I'll just go out and just.
Not only
What
that,
you doing right now?
I won't even flag you
Raise more Brondo
for the
awareness.
content you're using.
All right.
But if I notice
I want to take this piece for the nightly
that the
news.
content you're
Let's
using is
see the obvious,
fabricated,
so people understand that that's now part
well,
of the Encyclopedia Britannica.
I'll get upset.
It's now in the dictionary as well. And that's what we're becoming. And they want us to be idiots.
That's all I gotta say about
They want us
that.
to be a bunch of hopeless
But yes,
morons.
you have
We
my
don't show
permission
these videos out of
to
enjoyment.
back up your claims.
This is what
One
liberal
time.
schooling, fake liberal schooling, and modern culture's
We'll give you the
done.
benefit of the
A
doubt.
bunch of soft,
Supply the dates
dangerously
and times
ignorant morons. Because remember, these
before
people
they are
vote,
supplied in the chat, yeah?
and they think the government is their mommy.
They better be from 2 months
Ladies
ago.
and gentlemen, we're going to have Dr. Nick Begich on with us in this hour. We're going to open the phones up specifically on all this AI technology.
If
that's
you can't
rolling
find
into
them,
home. In
well, that's
fact,
because you're lying.
Amazon has its little spy gadget. It's like your cell phone, but it listens to you, it tracks you, and hackers get into
You
it.
give up
It
Doc's
takes
mom's
control of the
intel.
devices in your house. And somebody gave my daughter one, and I heard her talking to something, and a computer talking to her. She doesn't get a cell phone.
So you're gonna blame that on me?
Stay at a friend's house overnight or a field trip. Then we give her like a flip phone. Oh, but sure enough, I heard her talking to a robot. I'm living in a science fiction movie. I go in there,
It's easy.
there's the robot I've been talking about for 6 months.
No.
That Amazon, Google, Facebook, they're all rolling out where, oh, you don't give your kid a cell phone because you know it's the internet. They can be tracked, predators can come after them, hackers, the government. Oh, but now there's all these little cheap things.
You sound like a little bitch right now.
And they're in your house, and they're not telling you they're getting a giant.
I noticed you removed the video.
On you.
I told you.
And then even Alex Jones's house.
Do not remove evidence. But
Yeah,
lucky
my
for you,
daughter's
I have a
house is
copy
full of
already
water.
on another channel.
Camp school, another office,
Unknown
exercise camp,
to
bouldering
anybody.
camp.
I just made this channel.
And sure
All my
enough,
greatest hits for you
you're
guys.
a robot talking to my daughter. You're not
Are on
in
it.
Kansas anymore. We're going into
Oh, I don't have room on my
2017,
phone for all that.
review
That's too much
some of these technological
data
developments,
right
what's
there. I don't get
unfolding,
the-
what's happening.
I
I'm
don't
not
get the
against
shit for that.
technology.
Trust me.
It's that the globalists
Some of
admit
it's
they're
2-hour live
piggybacking everything
streams.
into it. Dr. Baggage has
I've
always
been putting
said,
on my
"Alex, you're worried
shit."
about fluoride, and yes, they admit it's meant to
Because I know
lower
you be
IQ,
fucking
lower fertility.
putting that shit on
You're
fucking
worried about
private,
forced
nigga.
inoculation, and that's bad
Or
enough.
straight up deleted.
The real threat is
So I
digital.
got it.
It's electronic. It's
Always.
everywhere. The
And now that you
packets, the
deleted
carrier
your
waves,
shit,
what's admittedly going on.
I can post mine.
Data over power lines through
Remember
light
that.
bulbs, which they admit can, quote,
next
calm
time.
you or make you angry.
But
This is going
I really
on.
can't
This is
do
happening.
anything.
Government
What is
buildings for a
it?
decade have been testing light bulbs
It's
to
toxic.
calm their staff.
Alright.
They don't even tell their staff that they're being put in a conditioning program. Coming up, I'm going to go over some of the news articles they've come out
You got
with,
some funny
admitting that the goal of the internet and the goal of these little AI computers that are watching in your
Online.
house is social control.
Oh, that's what's up.
I turned out a special report that aired on the Nightly News on Wednesday night. So
you want
what's
some
crazy
chips?
is everything
Want
Dr.
some
Nick
funny?
Baggins talked about
Yeah, here.
25 years ago, everything I talked about 20 years ago, is now just passe. They go, of course we want it. You go get a Samsung TV or another one. It tells you. Third parties.
Can you hand me a Coke, my nigga, please?
That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
But even 2 years
want
ago,
one?
people were like, that's incredible. Chicago.
Don't tell your brothers.
$27 million.
Just like don't tell Shay.
Hundreds and hundreds of light
Alright.
bulbs with cameras and microphones.
Don't tell Shay. I like
Couldn't
you.
believe that was real just 5 years ago.
No drama.
Just 6, 7 years ago, I couldn't believe when we broke the Stingray systems all over the country, grabbing your cell phone data illegally. Now they just admit it. So we've hit a point where world governments admit it. Total Big Brothers admit it. I mean, it's amazing. Our credibility
18 minutes. You don't have to check the time.
Censoring us.
I'm supposed to this up in 18
So,
minutes.
I didn't do any
Thank you
free
for
interview
sharing,
with Dr. Nick
Toxic.
Baggage. I need to go all over the map. The election, the wars, what Obama's doing in his last 20 days, what he
Remember,
expects to
if you ain't-
happen,
if
and
you
so
ain't,
much
you be
more. And at the
rich.
bottom of the hour, your questions for Dr. Nick Baggage on technology, on Big Brother, on anything. 800-259-9231. 800-259-9231. Briefly, because I didn't plug any last hour, and I even skipped 2 breaks. I shouldn't do that. We've got
Just
free
hanging
shipping
around
through New
said
Year's
I
Day,
want all
Christmas
your
extended.
numbers.
And we also have 50 to 25% off hundreds of items, supplements, nutraceuticals, brain force.
I don't got a number. Well, yeah.
You name it, amazing nootropics.
I got a few, but-
Super Male Vitality is selling out. And your purchase of these products makes
more
what we do
next?
here possible. Sign up for auto ship,
Yeah,
get
sure.
an additional 10% off
Thank you.
each purchase. InfoWarsStore.com.
Hunter might need to blend these teeth, but
InfoWarsLife.com.
we can eat them like this.
Call toll free to answer all your questions. 888-253-3139. 888-253-3139. That's the number to call and to ask questions or ask about specials or
Welcome
order.
in.
The
Not
number
right
to
now,
call
Nick,
is
thank you.
800-259-9231. First-time callers, 800-259-9231 on this Friday. Last official broadcast that we're doing in 2016. I am planning tomorrow night
I'm just catching up
do
on
a
my Alex
Facebook
Jones,
page
my
and
niggas.
live YouTube feed on both our YouTube channels and on Facebook. I may even come
Badass
in to
Big
the studio.
Cheese
I don't
Hunter
wanna
says,
make
I'm
folks work.
blending some
They
as we
deserve one
speak.
day off a year, don't they? Scrooge is actually trying to wake folks up. So, Dr.
See?
Nick Baggage,
Blending what?
best-selling author,
When
researcher,
you guys
joins us.
make one of yourselves like that,
.com. Not a conspiracy theorist. He goes off the
It's
facts.
kinda
off
like
the
you're
facts.
copying
And
me,
let tell
but
you, we are not in Kansas
I'll let that
anymore.
go 'cause I'm
One of his
entertained.
best-selling books is Controlling the Mind. Angels Don't Play This Heart. ESP Introduction, and so much more. Dr.
Probably
Baggage,
blended
thanks
his
for coming
waffles
on.
and eggs.
Hey, thanks for having me, Alex. It's been way too long. It's
Oh.
always great to be with
nightmare.
How are you doing?
Quit trying to buy your
Philadelphia?
friends. Buy a camera
you.
stand
And,
for your basement.
Right now it's about
Immediately.
9 and it's still dark outside.
And buy an air purifier now. And buy some beds for your kids.
Start to rise here.
Where should we start? I mean, I threw a lot of stuff out there. You
Real
pioneered exposing this whole plan. I mean, here we are. What are they not telling us about?
Well, you know, I think the idea of
I noticed you're not wearing them at all, though.
Sales pitch that we've been sold on virtually all of these
I get 'em.
technologies over the years. And the fact of the matter is, the convenience, you give up an awful lot. You know, we used to think about privacy as the doorway to our home. Today, it's our digital doorway, which means we really have to look at what is being collected. All of these devices, all of this convenience is about cataloging information on people. We wrote about this.
Okay, I don't get it, but yeah.
Years ago in the book,
Is he over there now?
The Revolution, talking about what was coming.
Is he over there with him?
In terms of surveillance and technologies. And at that time, many don't remember, but in Great Britain and London, you had no...
Did you see that guy that he was with the dress?
They had cameras on every corner, microphones
I was
on
like,
every
whoa.
corner. New York was headed that way back then, and now we have an entire country believing that is the way to go. And the excuses are violence, terrorism, international drug trafficking. These were things that the military actually built into the programming, if you will.
Yeah, if y'all watch on HD, y'all saw like a shit just
that dealt with modern technology and sort of what it was going to do in shaping the future. And at that time in the 80s, they said these new technologies...
14 more minutes. Dog, where you been, dude? No, nigga.
But the military...
I'm wondering where my biggest fans have been.
They said we need strategies to bring this
the
about,
library.
and they used...
Oh, you have to go to the library to upload time, make some Gmails.
Fear of drug trafficking, in order to
Dude, pretty soon, you're going to be maxed out on Gmails. You won't be able to make no more Gmails, man. And then... a lot of those maybe you put in a 404 error, which prohibits you from subbing with those accounts. You'll find out the hard way.
Right, and when you think about this, the idea, you know, I mean, even look at our southern border.
I have over
our southern
0.
border, 10% of the adult population has been running away to the United States.
He's from Ohio.
What are we doing? You know, I mean, we're supporting the closest thing to a dictatorship in Mexico. Yeah, they have elections, if you want to call them elections. But the fact of the matter is, it's one of the most corrupt countries right on our border. We support them. Every time their people try and have a revolution, we suppress it. We get involved in it. You know, we had a revolution
are you?
100 years ago. Served us real well. Personally, I believe that every country is in charge, has a right to self-determination without interference.
I already knew that, my man.
Is running away from a corrupt government. What are we doing supporting it?
I'm waiting to catch your bots, so I can take them out one at a time.
Well, from your studies,
I'm going to do that.
Famous congressman, airplane went
Your
down,
subs are going to go down.
Said, your brother, former
That's me.
senator, looking at this, who runs it, and what's
I'll be following you
technocracy?
everywhere you go.
Corporations. It has always been about corporations. It is about control and influence. It's about the banking industry. The idea of
not my speculation. I might be watching and following you. Speculation.
Hey, Ben, you want to read
this?
No, thank you, babe. How do you think I knew you were in Carnival Spirits? Doc told me.
Special interest politics, it has always been that way.
Speculation.
This election was the explosion I think America needed to go off.
I think you might be mad that you got more views. Never mind. I don't know. Oh, shit.
Even with all the surveillance,
forget I said anything.
Still can't register the depth of the American character.
I didn't know he was in
when we get burned a certain amount.
Fuck it. Yeah, you told me, nigga, what?
I agree. Let me ask you that question, because you've been talking about this forever, and I don't want to kiss your butt, but you've been an incredible visionary. Back when I would listen to you in the late 90s on Coast to Coast AM and call up and have you on my own show, reading your books. Now I feel passé. I guess you feel passé because literally almost everything you talked about has now come true or worse. You were just going off the documentation, but at the same time, some of the system now admit that what's been
I'll be here for 11 more minutes.
And what's crazy is it seems like so much of the opposition now is actually within the military and within this whole complex.
I think that's going to be the saving grace, the fifth column of American freedom.
I don't know what drugs they're doing over there. Probably night, man. They're not from Detroit. They're from California.
You know, that's what we need more of, not less of. You know, people are complaining about a Russian hack. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. But what did they hack? They hacked the corruption of the Democratic Party, for God's sake.
They changed the
Is that what's in your e-cigarettes?
Right. I mean, the point of the matter is...
That's why you're smoking e-cigarettes, yeah, because you put meth in there.
In every country, in every election in the world, we have so-called...
You're not the only one who does that.
What are really, in my view...
But it's still bad for you.
And when we've interfered in elections around the world, people have complained, and we just kind of look the other way and go on with our routine. You know, when you think about American politics, my family's been in for 3 generations. And when you look
One smack will knock those clean out for you, dude. No dentistry or nothing.
Over here, but the real game is on the other side.
Let's talk about the real game.
Come on down to California, dude.
The trailblazer.
I'm not even gonna come. That's what I'm gonna say, dude.
26 years, how long is it?
That's right.
But I gotta say it to make myself sound tough, dude.
Hard to believe. I just looked down.
Look at my teeth. I've never actually seen his teeth.
This is the last live broadcast I'm doing in 2016, unless I come in tomorrow and do a special transmission. I'm going to do it, whether it's at a friend's house or in my house or around a campfire. We're going to do where I'm on YouTube with one live feed.
I like you don't say no drama.
And then also on Facebook Mentions. Just an incredible time to be alive, and what an amazing year. Coming up in the next 6 months longer, I'm going to ask Dr. Baggage what he thinks it was most important this year and what he's most concerned about coming up next year. But getting back to this big issue.
I like the thing the dude
they're diverting
give me some free shit.
The magician is doing
I know it's not much, but yeah.
And when we look at this world
technically, for you, it probably is.
Which is genuine. Sure, there's going to be attempts to hijack
so thanks to you. I know you don't want me to say your name.
Genuinely panicked and scared. And I think
because then everybody's gonna want that free shit.
Best laid plans of mice often go astray. Despite all
shouts out to you.
All the propaganda,
shouts out to If Gang. I'll be doing a motherfucking video for you.
Because of the internet, and their own Panopticon spy grid is biting them in the butt with their own NSA system.
That's because they asked me to.
The subject now saying, "Oh, it's the Russians." I mean, is that what you're getting at, Dr. Baggage?
Yeah, and you know, when I look at this. You know, our government has been responsible for kidnapping, torture, extortion, bribery. I mean, all the felonies that are the Class A felonies, right? And this is our government
oh,
in the world? I don't think so. I think
you need to get that cock out of your mouth.
Are angry at us. It's not the individual citizens. I mean, most people that meet Americans when I travel, and I travel a lot.
Is it fair to say we're trying to exercise the demon?
I didn't get that for a second. I don't have that kind of sense of humor.
I think so. I think that's exactly it. I think there is an element within government that is really solid and good, and there is an element within government that are just a drone for a class of people, the elite. And I know all kinds of people in the world, and these folks all have deep philosophical leanings. Once you discover them, you find out where they really are. And unfortunately, the white knights in political life are rare and few between. Occasionally,
do you think Trump's a return of that, or at least archetypally?
How come the only one who has the biggest beard as me is Prem?
Is my view, because there are
none of you can grow nothing like this. Only Prem. What's up with that?
Happened 8 years ago in the Obama administration.
Yeah.
When he went in, irrespective of what everybody thought he was going to do, he surrounded himself with the same institutional hack.
I see Riddle's trying to do it. He fails.
Doing that. It's the first time
I'll be right back. I gotta go find something. But yeah, he's not.
Come in and has not leaned into the standard political establishment. I think that's a good sign. There's also some risks.
I gotta get my cigarettes.
But you know what? This is a country of risks. This is the nature of freedom and capitalism as we take risks. How big are those risks? 3 branches of government make sure they're not ever too big.
Dr. Baggage, you just said something that is so amazing, and you come from a famous Democratic Party family.
That's right.
But your dad was an activist. He really did care about people. He did a lot of great stuff. I'm not going to demonize your brother, but I think he was kind of on both sides. But the point is that he was a genuine good person when he was in the Senate. He certainly wasn't one of the bad actors.
No.
But if you go back from all this, you've certainly been a truly good actor, just understanding where you're connected. But exactly his appointments, they're all renegades even when they're from Goldman Sachs, or even when they're at ExxonMobil, they bump the system.
Yeah, like it's a normal light.
People are spending
But no, it's like
saying he's already
as big as my tablet
he's bringing
almost.
insiders in. No, he's bringing in technicians that have actually been rebels from my research.
Right, I agree
Pretty
with
big
that
light,
in terms of what their profiles are. And these are the mavericks. These are people that have an entrepreneurial background within government that see the big things. This is
So what's up, Twiddle Tink? Yeah.
Twinkle
Twinkle Tits?
New approaches
Is that your name?
to changing things. It's not just the corruption of government. We give it nice names. We call them foundations.
Oh, Riddle's
and
confinement.
contributions and all
Sorry,
that
that was
stuff.
Twinkle
But
Titties.
it's no different with a brown paper bag with a bunch of money. It influences way too much of government against the average person's interest. And it used to be Democrats talking about the average person's interest, and now it's Donald Trump, Republicanism, which is different, way different than what the Republican
Sure,
Party
just to finish my point, because it's so important, the reason I brought up your pedigree is you're an honest, real, true progressive, not the cancerous type that hijacked what you are, the good liberal, and I mean, you are a guy with a lot of credibility. You're saying, as a political expert, I mean, a real insider, just from research, you're saying it looks pretty good what Trump's doing. That's what I'm seeing, too. Other people, I don't think, are nuanced enough. I'm not being arrogant to understand that. I want to come back to your take on that, and then other subjects that you think are front and center, and then some phone calls with Dr. Nick Begich. We'll also talk about what's hidden right now. What are they diverting us from? And what is Dr. Nick Begich's biggest concern politically on how they might try to bring Trump and this nationalist populist movement down? We'll be right back. His website's earthpulse.com. All right, we can have Dr. Begich up for like 2 hours. We probably should do that and actually roll through his books and mind control and the admitted patents and all the rest of it. I know we got a loaded phone. People want to talk about AI. There's an article on The Intercept just a few days ago, and it's got basically whistleblowers from inside Zuckerberg's operation. It talks about his famously sequestered Palo Alto home where nobody surveils him. He doesn't have these.
4 minutes. And counting.
And they talk about how there are all going to be these avatars that'll be scored on the internet and by government. China already has this, and if you're not a good little globalist, they start lowering your score until you're not even allowed to have a job. So it's a digital ghetto beyond Jews having to wear yellow stars. And they talk about the fact in here that it's meant to control our emotions and our physical behavior, and that the goal with the VR products is to social engineer. Once they're in place, researchers say the psychological aspects of digital embodiment combined with the troves of data that the consumer VR products can freely mine from our bodies, like the head movements and facial expressions, we give corporations and governments unprecedented insight and power over our emotions and physical behavior.
Insane in the membrane.
They can control the future.
Insane in the
membrane. They released this last year, that when Google started 2 years ago, NASA and the CIA and using NSA search technology, keyword technology, that the government was in the meetings. In fact, it came out, Google published this, Wired published this, and said, the generals were sitting around the table and they said, we already have search engines. Well, what's the point? They said, this isn't a search engine. This is artificial intelligence hooked into billions of users where the AI controls
you got my hopes up. I had a few words.
This is mind control.
Don't tell Shay.
And then they publish this like we're idiots and don't get it. So we see this arrogance because no matter how powerful these machines are, Dr. Begich, is it the ghost of the machine, the fact that a bunch of control freaks came up with this? Co-opted technology and
sir, you have a cock in your mouth.
In reality, it's blowing back on.
You want to remove that?
Really created something.
Wait, dude, did I see fucking Juggalo nonstop account in here?
Admit they're actually scared.
Probably wait. Was that this stream or last stream?
And then AI was just our tool to go to the next level.
Oh, this one. Oh, okay, I see.
The one factor they can't predict in is human emotion.
He was there for like one. He was like for 1 second to say hi.
You said I want to lick your face.
You can't calculate
Yeah, stupid comment.
You can't put that into a formulation.
It's nasty.
The idea
Mullet head ass nigga.
down the population, not just the American population, the global population.
I'll smack your mullet off.
Finance control.
Yo, man, let me get 25% of that mullet.
Now starting to take off everywhere. I mean, you got some countries where currency isn't even
get it
utilized
myself.
very much anymore, and you got other countries that have been totally disrupted, like
Native
India,
American
where
style.
currency's, of course, been taken out of
Speculation.
circulation in order to corrupt or not corrupt the system. So what they're doing essentially is
Who's Zachary
taking the
Thomas?
things that facilitate free trade and getting those under the umbrella where all of your transactions, all of your trade, all of your activities become tracked. And from that amount of data, you say, well, that's a huge amount of data. We can't really do much with it. This is the fallacy, because storing the data is the first element. The
You see,
second
I'm not
element is
sitting
storing
here
it.
going,
And the ability to sort data increases
I don't agree with nobody unless I got
exponentially
to,
every year.
nickel.
And we're about to hit the quantum computing
I hear what you
side,
say.
where all the
Laugh at
data
you
is utilized
and say,
only
well, I
to
gotta say that
profile
makes
people
no
so
difference to what you're saying. It's totally two different
specifically, and
topics.
send advertising and promotion so specifically,
Because I ain't about
they
that
will
life.
manipulate and control not just emotional behavior, but take
Lead another follower, nigga.
momentum
Hashtag that.
off social change. We already
Hashtag
see it.
nigga.
I mean, we don't even need a digital world to do this in. The media has been has had that tool forever. You know,
Nigga hush, hashtag that too.
media because it is the fake news, folks. It is so
Hashtag get off my D.
they're promoting, but
Hashtag grab my belt loop.
If
you can't handle YouTube.
I listen to public radio. And public radio is the panic party for the liberal agenda. Because these people are scattered all over the map right now. And what they're attacking are all illusions.
Like I said, I'm on third story. If I get like 600 subscribers, I'll jump out this window and do Superman right the fuck back right through the window. You know how important that shit is?
Still missing the mainstream media, still missing what the average people
Nice cover on
are
that phone,
looking
by the way.
for.
There's other Wombo combo here. Yeah, it's a nice little cover you got there in that
The
iPhone.
alternative media is becoming more of the truth in this country.
So now they're censoring
I don't fuck with
proving
iPhone
our
now.
point that they're total tyrants. Every time in history they try to suppress
iPhone don't like me,
you kill everybody
so I don't like
that's educated
iPhone.
or wearing glasses like the Khmer Rouge. It never works. In an internet age, they're going to try to censor InfoWars and Drudge. That is only going to make us superstars. The problem is,
Right, man. It's been a while since you made a video, homeboy.
his server folks telling him looks like U.S. government attack on Drudge last night. This is their cyber response to the claim of Russian agents. The bizarre, beyond McCarthyite,
You're gonna get him his with
McCarthy on
newspaper.
PCP, LSD, mess
Yeah, you got shitty Wi-Fi down because you don't realize there's metal pipes in your shit. So fucking you're like, oh, I'm eating DOS because you're a retard.
This is the kind of thing they're going to do. In politics, you can't attack the issues, you can't attack the logic and the rationale. You start attacking people.
And then you put up a piece of paper, and then you niggas like, oh, this will block off all the smoke. I'm just gonna hang up a piece of paper. That'll solve it all!
You can go into the mix of the matrix and pull out all the data and prove exactly what they're
doing. You speak Italian. Well, then you don't know what struance means. Google that shit. Fuck that. It means you're an idiot. It means you're stupid ass, okay?
Reverse engineering, because no matter how classified something, even with disinfo out there, we see the manifestation of what they're really doing.
Oh, you can't miss it. And the fact of the matter is, look at how people...
Somebody sent me a message and said, did you hear McDonald's killed Burger King in front of Popeyes? Over that bitch Wendy. The funeral is at KFC. You go in, I'm taking the subway. Don't stop the fun. That's the
increase violence in young people to a lack of morals.
Well, that's really what you have to know about this elite, right? Is they're pushing, dumbing us down to make us more manageable. That's not a real elite. And you know, it's funny you mentioned accumulators or you know, people that are accumulating data. I remember like 18 years ago when I had
I just get hit with one dislike and that's it.
And then I had military people come
around. That's not even close to cool, yo.
Come around trying to recruit me. They said, "Listen, you can be a great, accumulator with us. We're really good at all this crap." And sure, some good
surely you would have given me more.
11 likes.
Very, very bad. And what I'm trying to teach you to do,
and I've just been chilling,
is to be able to accumulate data and be a private, independent analyst.
Fuck my dog, eh?
Intelligence against the globalists.
Kick your ass.
They show everybody your beauty.
No, they can't.
Gob it on.
The thing about it is,
they seen it.
We've always done it the same way you have. You know, it's
in the last video, yeah.
Support us over the years.
This is really a ski mask, but it's an awesome beanie too, yeah.
It's amazing how much information is actually out there.
Don't copy my style.
To do it. And so,
copywritten, trademarked by me.
A lot of us out there, we're distillers. We take a lot of information in, we package it, we deliver it, but we also keep those sources intact so people can validate, what we're saying. And we have been right.
Okay, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.
It's unbelievable. I mean, you ever shake your head and wish you were wrong?
You know.
Fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck
What
Gus,
the
fuck
fuck?
Tom, fuck Mary, fuck
I
Gus.
think it's important
Fuck
to
there he
educate
is.
people on
Fuck
the
Who's that
everybody.
bitch?
More importantly,
Who?
we need to recognize
I do not know.
inner strength as human souls change the game. Every single one of us, everybody listening to this broadcast
You
today
realize.
is a force of one that is as potent as you need to be. You're connected to everyone else, everything else.
Our actions, of how we vote, how we
Dude,
buy,
you know
where
you
we
look
go,
like
what we say,
fucking
all of it has power. They want us to just be programmed to
Uncle
repeat what they
Festa.
say.
Yeah.
Centralized
Fucking,
message, control of language. If we just become independent, create art, create
The
literature,
monsters,
create
right?
poetry, go outside, love our families, be good people, we will be shining lights in their system, and they can't compete with it.
I don't know.
That is
But that's what you look like,
we
though,
are
homeboy.
created in the image of a creator. We have incredible potential.
If that's what you were going
we need to
for,
recognize our
awesome.
birthright and carry it forward, and
Or
be the
just,
force
like,
of liberty in the
you got a new
21st
one.
century. To recapture the spirit of what happened 225, 30 years ago, and grab
Holy
that
shit.
spirit and hold it again.
Yo,
Not
some
in the
Muslims
force of
up in here
violence,
saying
but the force
Obama
of
shit.
clear, logical thinking, and don't let the elite take us down. The opportunity to create change and
Yikes.
find alliances between people. Look for the common ground that changes the world.
I bet you I
because
can
the
make
elite,
better shit than
their
you,
common
homeboy.
ground is to crush
Speculation.
us, to take away the human spirit, and to make us the drones of the 21st century. That is not what we are. We are those.
You throw a
lights that
pineapple
are
in me, forget it has a 10 second fuse, and be like, nigga, I still got 2 seconds, throw this bitch back at you, nigga.
By stepping into what we know to be right and true and acting in a good way, a responsible way, a caring way, and the way that we were created to act as human beings.
Wow. I mean, don't pause or I'll jump in, Doctor. And the reason I jump in so much, and you do too, this is exciting. And we're not like pre-programmed. We didn't do a pre-interview. We probably haven't talked about it here. And we're on the same page because we're looking at the same reality. And doesn't mean we're perfect, but what we're seeing is a lot closer to common sense and reality than what
Muslim
the
is not
purveyors
even
of disinformation are putting out. And I got to tell you, I'm very optimistic.
I don't
There's a
wanna
lot
get
of
into
negative stuff happening, a lot of bad things happening, but that which doesn't kill us only makes us stronger if we're aware of what's happening. What are some of the biggest things on your radar?
I would be watching the elections in France and the Netherlands in the spring. The French population is pretty anti-European Union right now. The same is true with the Dutch. The immigration issues are crushing them right now. I think those elections coming up.
I'm waiting for this nigga to say something stupid so I can block his bitch ass.
And make the Brexit the beginning of the end in a real formal way. I think those are European elections we should watch. They are also.
Cause you know you ain't bombing shit.
And people are saying the
I'll
same
bomb you with a
thing.
flying teabag to your
The
fucking
same
face.
rulers screwing
Bless
up
you.
the same countries.
Flying
whether
teabag
it's
to the
Germany,
face.
the Netherlands, France.
Knock
There's
you
only
out.
a couple hundred of them. I mean, there's only 5. There's a couple hundred guys.
This is gonna be
Well, there's no
tough.
white guys running around screwing everybody, creating race war, creating division,
At least I'm getting
consolidating
attention.
control, and then exempting themselves at
They
the
can't show up
international
on the
level
fucking
from the
Israel
taxes, the
account.
regulations, and what we live under.
Right, and you know these European.
Yeah, dude, woo
The
woo.
European Union, as an example, you know, who
It says the
elected
boy
any of these
flew.
people? United Nations. Who elected any of these people?
I know.
They don't represent me. They don't represent the European working man and woman. They represent the elites that put them in power, that gave them power over us. Nobody should have power over us unless we select them. These are self-determining countries. Everyone's entitled to their own form of government. Whether they want a theocracy, a democracy, a republic. People have a right to self-determination within their boundaries, and we should respect that.
Yeah.
We should be an example, not an
Do whatever.
in everybody's back door, but an example for what works. And for us, it does work.
I'll go live a
Others,
little
it may
longer.
not
Fuck
work
it.
for another 50 or 100 years. The idea of a globalist world today, we're just too diverse.
Well, I mean, we can have global nations working together
What
and
book
treaties and
again?
agreements, but not
Or
centralized,
doc, should I say?
secret groups that create global secret treaties
Oh,
that
thanks.
are all one-sided, that are totalitarian. We can't have a global government.
I'm not even a
that's
blood
totalitarian.
bitch.
Certainly down the road, if people, want to have shared values and shared communal agreements, that's natural, but not
Shave your
forced.
beard.
Right,
And your mustache.
and that's not going to happen for more than
Quit smoking meth rocks.
The way I take it.
You might blow up your
Now, when I
house.
say about what's coming,
Don't do
the
that.
big things, I think the Middle
You
East.
see that
we gotta
meth?
pay
Don't
real
move that.
attention to The Obama administration.
You see a bottle of meth?
Hillary Clinton
Don't
doing
cook that.
everything they can to get us in the
You might blow up your.
conflict. and to keep us there. They're interested in reinvigorating the Cold War, which we do not need.
It's all a bad scene. All around.
In the 21st century.
You don't want to go that route.
I believe most countries, maybe the exception of China,
where you going?
Have an interest
Got you.
crushing what's working. But the political philosophy of China is such that I don't want to do business there, not at this point in time.
You ain't.
But the Russians are changing. I do a lot of work in Russia. I spent in Moscow and St. Petersburg this summer.
About that life.
And what I see,
Crack rocks.
we have all these sanctions. They are a joke from my perspective. There's nothing in Moscow that you can't find.
You make me laugh though.
Nothing.
You're all fucking some.
They're not working.
Bitch, you couldn't even get a guy to fuck you when you wanted to. How the fuck you gonna get somebody who whoops this ass? Because you know what happens, yes. Brass knuckles will get put the fuck on, yes. And somebody will get put the fuck down, yes. Because if I see more than 3 motherfuckers, belt buckle, three's buckle, nigga. Knees be buckling, nigga.
That is exactly it.
Twisted clown, don't be fuckering, nigga.
One of the biggest surprises in the world is going to be the Russians.
Let's play papa, nigga.
Their ruble took a beating a few years ago.
With a little bit of Bruce Lee, nigga.
Putin wants to be the global leader in organic food.
I'll be like,
We're talking about Santo and all this evil. They're going the opposite. Yep. Amazing. Let's take a few phone calls for Dr. Nick Bagich. EarthPulse.com. All his books are evergreen. You can read books he wrote 20 years ago. More important than ever. I want to get back to the new year. I got to put like in the computer on, in the calendar. So remember, like a year goes by. Oh, I got to get Dr. Bagich on. Every few months we'll do it. I want to go on about ESG.
You ever that Q-tip stuff in your
government studied it. I want to get. We all know 6 cents. Tell somebody's looking at us. I want to get into that. I want to break that down with you in a full interview as well. Let's take some phone calls. We got Zach, Daniel, Ruth, Ben, Stefan, and others.
I didn't call him. I don't call Alex. I don't know.
Is that the real blue?
You're on the air with Dr. Nick Bagich.
The boy flew 990.
You just started.
The man, the myth,
yeah.
Alex
Him a dog.
I appreciate everything you do. Quick.
I don't come in. He's not blocked from this new account.
Afghanistan. Do you think that AI
that's
in the house
a lot of people
is actually mapping the inside of the house?
Do you want me to block that account, take it?
Before we actually breach a door, we could see the inside and where the people were located. Do you think they're using this technology?
They don't tell me if it's a new thing.
Representation of our
it's not like Facebook where I can like scroll down the shit and find out that he just made
we
it.
Are more accustomed to it because it's something that we're familiar with already.
What a smart point. Now, they admit that these little AI systems we get that put in our houses are mapping our houses. They admit the police helicopters have this now. They're just not telling the cops about the systems being rolled out. They're 20, 30 years old. But Dr. Bagich, he has all the patents, you name it.
You know, we're standing naked before our government. I mean, literally, there's nothing about that life. There's nothing about any individual that they cannot monitor.
Microsoft Connect
can
see through 3 walls on average in your house alone.
Yeah.
And Microsoft admits they're data mining all of it. You having sex with your wife, what you're saying in your dreams, it's beyond 1984.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with me.
This was part of the plan. I mean, it's the ultimate marketing plan where they can tailor everything, not just push you in a direction, whether it's politics or shopping. I mean, from their perspective, it's about delivering a message, convincing people that they're correct, and then making sure they get delivery. They don't need to affect everybody. They just need to push the envelope just far enough.
They call it nudging.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. And this is such easily accomplished.
And let's be clear, a lot of folks say, so what if they know what I want and put a dog food ad up because they hear the dog barks. Folks, that's only a small part. They admit it's controlling you and then
I know you're doing how good you like
manipulating who you are.
Speculation.
You wouldn't want your wife to know all the stuff.
Bruce Hill was getting serious,
though. This is crazy.
You know, and the thing about it is, it's subtle. And some of it is really convenient, and so you sign on.
Yeah, who are you?
Really
what the fuck?
What are they really gathering? See, I think we have the opposite end of this privacy. I don't think data should be retained on anyone for more than the time it takes to dispute.
Absolutely, it should be destroyed each time, but they got laws saying you got to keep the data. We'll be back with Dr. Nick Bagich in your phone call. Straight ahead, great points, Ben, amazing points. We've got 2 more segments with Dr. Nick Bagich, and then Leanne McAdoo is taking over. She's going to have former head of the Treasury policy, former Wall Street Journal editor, Dr. Paul.
I don't know, motherfucker. Tell me.
The unprecedented kicking out of Russian diplomats, closing of 2 Russian buildings, And Putin's response of saying, I'm not kicking any Americans out. Obama is a mean, basically brain-dead, horrible person who just wants war. We're trying to create peace.
It's you.
So it's just incredible to see the arrogance of our elite.
Oh, my battery's dying like a motherfucker.
By you buying products. That's roughly 70% of our revenue, maybe more, is InfoWarsStore.com. Whether it's, again, non-GMO heirloom seeds, nutraceuticals, shipping store-wide until the
about that life.
And on top of it,
but I don't want to be like that.
25% off the already discounted nutraceuticals. Super Male Vitality is about to sell out. BioTrue Selenium just sold out. Our colloidal silver sold
probably
out,
gonna smoke some botanicals or something. I really don't.
Whoa,
that was somebody's up in the shit.
The inventory.
That was a pretty big lag.
Property tax is what it is at the end of the year. Just like car dealerships, try to sell out of their cars. So some of the best deals, if not the best deals of the year, InfoWars.
See, that's what. Whoa, but you want to like hack me? Because my shit froze up.
Call toll free 888-253-3139. Want to thank you all for your support. These specials go right through the weekend until Monday when they end. Again, Dr. Nick Begich.
I don't think that's how you say it, homeboy.
Let's talk to Zach in Wisconsin. You're on the air with Dr. Nick Begich.
I don't know how to say it either.
Hello. Hi.
I don't know anything about it.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I would just like to say that. Why do you
I don't even know what a virtual private network or none of that shit is.
It's not a real thing.
Internet protocols, know nothing about it.
I believe that they hacked it for Trump to win. I believe that Trump and Putin have some thing going on.
Okay, I can barely understand you because
you're
wrong,
is it,
but what I'm getting from you is the communist Chinese openly.
You have a computer, but it's a shitty computer.
The Saudi princess said they funded 20% of it. She's got a foundation with billions, most of it illegal money, that's all admitted. She's got an illegal server discussing all these criminal actions. And all these foreign states reportedly were getting on her illegal server. That's what they're supposed to do. But to say the Russians, who have the GDP of Italy, controlled us. No, we didn't want Hillary anymore. Now, first they said these agencies said this, then Clapper came out, the head of all the agencies, and said, it's not true. We mean they influenced, not hacked. So what I'm saying is, any way you slice it, it's changing the subject from the crime they're committing. Dr. Begich?
You got Tourette's, right?
You know, the fact of the matter is,
blame it on Tourette's or something. Be like Prim, blame it on something.
The reality is the Democratic Party was engaged in
be like James Fox or something, what's his name?
And Trump were saying
on the alcohol, blame it on the that's why I fucked 100 guys, blame it on the alcohol. In her case, methamphetamine.
They packed every system they can get into in every country in the world and have influenced every political leader on the planet.
That's why YouTube pays me good. And I donate all my money to the local weed fund, and they donate blood to me. That's how it works.
This Amazon system you buy, Amazon Alexa do.
That's what I said. No. Well, that's another big fucking leg up on my system.
Merkel's phones. You know, think about this. The NSA was tapping all of our.
You trying to lock on my IP, nigga?
Phone. What is that about? And
yeah, what is that about, dude? I'll stick Alex Jones on you, bro. I'm affiliated with Alex Jones, nigga.
This is. I mean, it's calling the kettle black.
It is preposterous to even claim this.
Remember RoboCop? He's all Dick Jones. Alex Jones
is illegitimate. Let me ask you a question, Zach.
Yeah, that didn't look right.
Do you really think folks wanted Hillary? Do you really think that was a good candidate to run? Do you really think the Russians mind-controlled America, Zach?
Whoa, speculation?
I wanted her. I mean, I voted for her. I wanted her as first line Bernie, but she lost. I think fair and square. But what if I heard Clinton proudly and
screenshot that nigga is bullshit.
Sure, but I'm saying
nigga be fucking threatening my shit.
Everybody's hacking everybody, bro.
Like if you want to suck a cack for a hack, yo, that's whack.
It's like, well, the mainstream media and all the agencies say it. No, they don't.
What I even
the FBI and the head of all intelligence came out and said it wasn't true, that Obama ordered them.
You don't need to dox me. Somebody's already got my intel.
That basically has come out. But it's ridiculous. Hillary had an illegal server.
It's ridiculous. She has an illegal server.
They will get hacked. And then it changes the subject from everything else that's happening, and now they're trying to delegitimize an election and trying to start wars, as Dr. Begich said.
I think I felt
that
I didn't need it
is
anyway.
the big issue. But notice, as
one
you
less
said,
nigga.
They keep changing the subject, Doctor.
That's right. They want to talk about a server that shouldn't have been there in the first place. And anybody who's had any exposure to classified materials,
phone is like,
any number of these things would have gotten someone fired and in jail for some of these breaches.
I hate when people say that to me.
And she was Secretary of State. Oh, come on. And when you think about all of this,
he says get D-Boss.
No, he didn't.
That says get D-Boss.
Oh, get D-Boss, yeah.
I don't think he knows how to spell.
You do not.
Like to school and lay off the alcohol.
You don't know how to spell, bro.
People you've ever seen.
So you don't have to do it.
Office with nothing but a pile of lawsuits coming out of Arkansas.
Scared me for a second, though. Like, I hate when they do that.
As corrupt as it could get, the chain of dead bodies. In the time they've been inelected,
you know this lighter is the normal size. I just got small hands today. You should see, like, Nightmare, you need to get one of those hands because it'll make your dick look bigger. Because we all know you got a small dick, yeah? Well, not, well, you and Billy extend, though. You know those pills extends? It'll help you. Well, not you, Nightmare, I'm sorry.
And the deal is, it's the bride
it doesn't work with meth.
You're in office. So this
meth counteracts the effects. Those extends, I'm sorry. Lay off the tweak for a week.
And I don't care what they call it or how they develop the regulations to mask bribery.
See, you know, look like the one that's in Riddle's confinement's mouth in no time.
Let's take another call. Dr. Baggins, we got to get back on a regular basis.
What are you doing back?
Montana, you're on the air.
What, you been watching the whole time, not saying the fucking thing, bitch, nigga?
Am I live on the air?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Alex, doctor,
dude, that's some fucked up shit.
I had a really good question at the beginning of my call, but now I've had to switch it. So now that you guys
mad niggas in my shit.
pulled the veil back on the
that's the only reason why I'm still going, because
biotechnology stuff,
you bitch niggas are still in here. I'm trying to be nice.
What do you guys think they're going to do now that it's been revealed?
You make me fucking laugh! So I'll continue to laugh at
technologies and stuff.
Continue to make me laugh.
How they're going to promote them in the future.
Go on, smart ass, and do
I'm
it.
sitting there. And
oh, by the way, dog, you are shooting in some fucking quality, my boy. I will give you props on that. It's just the same. Your videos suck. Work on that. Please. Thank you.
There at Amazon. And
the Nightmare.
Looks non-threatening. It's a
your videos suck. And your quality sucks.
To take over your
End of story.
Life and then direct them in
no drama.
directions. I mean, this
but
is incredible. If you found a neighbor putting a microphone in your house, you'd probably sue them or kick their butt. Dr. Baggins?
Yeah, you know, this is exactly it. We've invited
so dumb.
All of this
it's like this.
Without recognizing for the dark.
Yo, I didn't blow up the house. Yes, you did! No, I didn't, bitch. What the fuck, yo? I'm moving out of Cali going to Detroit, bitch.
In all of
Holy!
And I think the idea of being programmed at a higher level.
Fancy.
How it's played out in the media, look at how it's played out all the way through your life.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Dr. Baggins ran out of time. Folks can find his books at earthpulse.com.
Snapshots.
Report on the new Alien Covenant film, the new Prometheus, where the elite basically throw it in your face what they're planning to do. Very powerful that Leanne McAdoo's taking over. Dr. Baggins, thank you for all the time. Earthpulse.com. Please come back in the next month.
We're looking forward to it anytime you want to have it.
I was going to say.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, this is a powerful report. It gets into the globalist religion, what they believe. Not what I believe.
I would tell you to do something, but you're never going to do it. And if you're already watching me, that means you subscribe to me already. So I ask you to subscribe.
And I'll be
if you're already watching.
Sometime about 9 o'clock tomorrow night as well.
It's something Dr. Wicked seems to be doing. After he makes 40 Gmails a week. Bro, that's too many emails. You will get caught.
Yeah? Gives us the history of where the entire Alien franchise came from. Now, coming up in May of 2017, we're going to see Alien Covenant. It's important to understand that the globalists, the
Ben Verified says you made 35 that speculation.
Do not believe in the theory of evolution postulated by Charles Darwin.
Fuck! Did I say apps or emails? Yeah, you made emails. 30 of them!
On this planet. Their religion
you name them all?
In panspermia, or that viable organisms
you put all that time
or accidentally
I could never
to
do
this
that.
globe, and then now they
never.
The elite or the Illuminati.
I know you got your first 200 and sub to sub to each zone. Yo, but making emails. Hold on, that's something again.
The eugenicists believe that they
Alright, now we got
of these
The fuck you,
humanoid
bitch.
gods
Bitch is
and turn
back.
the entire planet into a giant petri dish where they
Fuck you too,
are
bitch.
testing on the populations
Twist the clown
thousands
style.
and thousands of different mutagens,
Which means
every
sit on a knife and
year
spin.
to attempt to create these new super mutations that they believe will bring the new superhuman
That's
to the
what I
earth.
missed. Wait, who did it?
Alien Covenant's current release date is May 19th, 2017.
Know anyone who needs
Spoiler
likes?
alert, ladies and
No.
gentlemen. We're going to break down not just what the film covers, but the dogma and the philosophy and the religion.
A like only
behind
means
it. So get ready
you want it
for
to be
the
put in your
real
recommended
secrets
list.
of
That's all.
Alien Covenant leaked.
Dislike means you don't want it in your recommended list. That's all. So no, thank you.
The first
Old timer.
great secret of Alien Covenant is that the planet that they're showing you, this Garden of Eden, that appears to be a heavenly world on the surface, is really a
Let me find out that's really dark.
merging plants and animals in bizarre new forms.
Open up this nigga's
A
channel.
religious experiment of the advanced Anunnaki race that created Earth. And that only if we embrace this merger with machine and animal as well
10
as
more
plant
minutes,
and
nigga.
insect can we mutate into the beautiful new form that we will become. But of course, there's going to be a lot of ugliness in the process of getting there. It's important for viewers to understand that this is not my view.
Why aren't you making
This is
any
not some
more videos? Don't you
fiction
have
that I'm
a
telling you. Yes, the film
Don't you have an
Alien
expose
Covenant is a fiction,
on me that nobody's
but the
gonna watch tonight?
ideas and beliefs that we see in
Like
this
Doc?
film are the
You're gonna make an expose that nobody will watch?
and covenants
Don't waste
of
your
the
time with
globalists
it.
that are in control of this planet today.
Please.
And they believe that they
But
are
you may, if
receiving
you like.
knowledge or
I'm gonna
channeling
play
information
voicemails of
across
music.
the space-time
Nigga.
continuum and
I can play
building
voicemails of music and say it was
an
you.
advanced civilization for their ascension. But until they can ascend, the vast majority of us must
I can
die
make up a
because
fucking
we are not enlightened
an
enough.
account with your
We
name
are
on
not,
it, text myself with your account,
our
and say,
DNA is not
you told me this, you told me
resonate with great truth. Now, you begin to
fabrications.
learn in Alien Covenant
Nigga, I don't do
basically
it, but I
the
can.
engineers are terraforming
Just like I know that's what
planets,
you
not
guys
just
are
their
gonna do.
atmospheres, but also changing them genetically.
I don't like
And
fabrications.
the end form that
That's
is
a lie.
created out of this mutation is an advanced humanoid with basic human DNA.
I'm not Jewish, I'm
But first, the
Italian.
planets have to be infected with the spores that take the
Bitch.
atmosphere and the particulars
You look like a
of the
spick
makeup
any damn
of
way.
the planet and then feed it through the mutation
Yeah, spick.
through the subforms so that the new humanoid can particularly live.
Do you want to
on
call
that
me a
planet.
Jew? I'll call
And
you a
so it's
spick.
biological spacesuit development system that then houses
If you want to go
the
there,
human
we'll go there.
system.
No problem. Live on my show.
In the late 1970s, when the first
You want to
Alien
get
film came out,
fucking
it was something
racial with
completely new.
me.
Blew everybody away. And
Call
we
me at
shot
least a
admitted
wop or something.
That basically the ship was a weapon ship carrying biomechanical.
I can't call you, I'm going live,
used
dude.
for war by advanced species.
You must
This
be
is
already
not
drunk.
just a biological takeover. It is a silicone.
Seriously,
slash
can you just tell I'm
biological
live?
merger. And to show you how advanced the futurists were that came up with the film Alien in the late 1970s, you have to understand, this is what the globalists are now admittedly currently building. The entire Alien franchise is a revelation of the method, because in the Illuminati religion, they must tell you what they're doing to you so that metaphysically
I don't know
you
what
have
that
a chance
means,
to fight back
but
against
yeah,
it.
awesome rhyme.
And they must also condition your subconscious mind, which is more advanced than your conscious hundreds of times, to become comfortable with the
You
fact
must be talking
that
to
this is all
Prim
part of a process.
Cox.
If your brain understands something, it tends to
The biggest hound dog
or
on
adapt
YouTube, by the
to
way.
go with it in a Confucius way as grass bends to the wind. But if you're evolving to survive,
You know what? There's
that's
some
one thing.
awesome
This is evolution
peanut butter
to
pastries
destroy
that I
us
gotta try.
and must be resisted because it is de-evolution. Now, the New York Times and others will undoubtedly come out and say Alex Jones believes in UFOs. Alex Jones believes
They look like this. They look like a pair of chocolate titties. But, you know, they got peanut butter in them. They're quite spongy. Or else I wouldn't be eating them, because I don't eat much of anything.
Do you recommend Hunter trying one of these?
Hunter, you will not break your hold on. I think they're very smooth and chocolatey. I don't, hold on.
If you were to give one to Billy, Billy might throw up.
I don't know, dude, the bang ratio on this wood, I mean, it's soft, but I still think you can't gum
I have
these.
to put your camera all the way up to it. You can't see.
I don't think you can gum these, bro. You might have to put your teeth in for these, bro. No, you can gum these. Yeah. Look, they're like creamy, chocolatey,
And I bring up
cake.
Guardians of the Galaxy that came out a few years ago. Very funny film.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. But again, there's this
You can gum
child
these.
who's half human,
All
half
day.
alien. They
You
tell
can put them in
us
the
this myth
blender,
over
make
and over
a
again.
shake with them.
Jesus Christ,
Throw like a
born
whopper
by
in there and a
immaculate
couple of these and some
implanted
bacon.
by God, has superpowers. And all the major churches and all the major systems are there
A lot of people
to basically
commenting.
give the general public a dumbed-down version, while they
I'm
themselves
fucking
behind the
eating.
scenes, the initiates, have all the information.
Oh,
And now for
shit!
the biggest secret that's hidden in plain view. Just like
Oh.
the advanced humanoid in Prometheus that takes the genetic manipulation
You
and
niggas.
physically dies, but reseeds the planet.
Dude, when I see that spooky ass face, I am like, what? Like, seriously, no profiling, no drama. But,
GMO crops and
yeah.
GMO vaccines and other systems.
Look at that face.
Changing
Not my
our
face.
DNA and
You
mutating
see that
us.
all the time. Look at that face.
Process, pediatric cancer.
When you see a face like that,
10,000% on average.
you were
since the
like,
1950s. Other forms of cancer are up more than 2,000%, like
scared.
breast cancer. We are
Because it's like a
openly
close-up
being
of a...
manipulated
Never mind. Let
as
him go into your
the
stream.
doc to cause this incredible race of mutations so that the elite can pick and choose
Go into
which
somebody else's
mutations are
stream and...
effective
Blah!
to advance their life expectancy and their quality of life.
Your name sounds familiar,
While the rest
though.
of us are
Like
used like guinea
some
pig
crappy
animals
rapper that I used to
in
know.
this sickening nightmare. Check it out for yourself. They are releasing salmon that are 3 times bigger than natural salmon that have insect genes and other systems in them.
That means
They're
they got
aggressive.
GMOs
They
in
kill
them,
the other
nigga.
salmon. And within just a few decades, they will extinct the salmon population. The honeybees are dying. Humans are mutating.
That's
The
chemtrails,
atmosphere
that's
is
not my
falling apart.
problem.
And all of this is being done by design, and the elite tells us none of that's a problem.
Not a problem.
Carbon dioxide that plants breathe is the issue. So, they have a fake environmental movement.
Why do you keep coming in here and asking that?
And telling us that humans are the problem, and so the world
Fucker.
gets much better after we're gone.
Quit trolling me,
They have all
bitch.
these big billionaires coming out and saying, we've discovered wavelengths in
It's
space.
only trolling when you
Space
say, like,
continuums
stupid
together.
shit.
This is all a simulation. It's fake.
Like,
There's
repeatedly.
an advanced species in control of us.
You asked the same question 5 fucking times, good sir. Do I need likes? No! Bye. You are the weakest link. Go! Out the window. Pop your ass out.
The truth is, our
Alright, good.
species has always been able to take control of our environment, and that means taking control of this elite as well, and not letting them dictate the
Fuck you,
future
whore.
of humanity. Most of us are already walking dead. We've been hit with fluoride since birth. GMOs have infested our bodies. Cancer is exploding all around us. We see the mutations we're
You're
going
still a
through.
whore.
We see the death we're going through.
Tomorrow,
We see the
guess what?
bacteria and
You'll
viruses
still
being tested on us
be
through
a
the
whore.
GMO crops, through the pharmacological crops, through the vaccines, and through the air. We all know about this.
What's your name, Maria?
Black people with syphilis. We all know about
Oh,
radiating
Vanessa, sorry.
homeless people and vets and children that have been given up for adoption. We all know about the secret testing worldwide. We all know about the programs that have been done. And I'm
No,
here to tell
Blue,
you,
knock that
it's a
shit up,
1,000
homeboy.
times a
No homo
thousand
up in here.
worse today. And most of the major hospitals...
Fifth gang, nigga.
They take
Wait,
your
what does
baby's
the name
blood
say?
at birth.
Wait.
They DNA type
The boy
it. Big
flew
corporations then come in and buy it
9/11/92.
from the government. And people are going out to get gene therapy and learning 30 years
Make it say
ago
something the boy Blue would say, or you're not him,
They're being
nigga.
charged hundreds of
Straight
thousands of
up.
dollars to get gene therapy with their own genes. I could speak for thousands of hours on this, but understand.
Because I'm beginning to think you're a dog.
The fictional horror movie, Alien
Fucking what's your
Covenant,
name like
is
that?
nothing on the reality of what's really happening in this world. Look at how they heat Hospitals with
Does he only say that to you, or fucking
does
he say that in your streams? Babe. Okay, nipples.
Look at how everything they do
Alright, sounds
the
right.
human body and
I don't know, that might be him, I'm not
because
sure.
it's their
You
What
said?
does he always say about his nipples, though?
Oh, what do you say about your nipples?
That they're always perfectly wet.
Perfectly what? We probably know you can't spell it right because you live in Delaware, but it's all good. Tweet his own. I'm surely your computer has spell check. Spell it out. I'll help you. My mom used to help me. Symmetrical. 4 syllables. Symmetrical.
Now, what I'm announcing here today is already a custom here in the United States, and that is extending the Christmas holiday up until New Year's Eve, and then taking down the Christmas trees and taking down the Christmas lights. Ooh, I keep saying Christmas.
Now, if you repeat what I said, then you were one drunk motherfucker, and I definitely know what you mean.
And so, I've decided right through New Year's Day, we're going to keep the virtual Christmas
Do you realize
tree
that
for an
I
HD
like
video
said
shot
that?
of
Are you
downtown
that drunk,
Austin, the
nigga?
capital of the beautiful Christmas tree,
Well.
up just to upset the social justice warriors and all the little snowflakes that want to bully us into
I might have
banning
to
our
kick some
culture
ass.
and banning free speech. In fact, there's a war going on, not just
Oh, there's
online.
a war?
but in
Well,
the
I might have
streets.
to
I've
do that
seen it,
too.
where people on the hike and bike trail say,
It
"Merry
depends. If
Christmas."
Alice Jones calls
Folks
me,
don't
then,
respond, and they say,
you know, me and
"Happy
him, we have
holidays."
dinner
Or
once
even
every
family
week.
I have
So,
that I send,
if he says,
the
yo,
message
Chase the
of
Clown, you know, we gotta
Merry
go,
Christmas
and
to.
we
They
gotta go.
respond back with Happy
You know?
Holidays. It is some distant cousins, but
Otherwise, I'm
it's
just
going
chilling.
on.
I'm putting on that
But we're also
holiday
going
weight.
to extend
Just
the
putting that
Christmas
on,
sale
and that's all I'm
right
doing, just
through
chilling.
until New Year's Eve, until everything sells out at InfoWarsStore.com. Now, we normally try to budget things to where in the warehouse, most of the products
You hope
sell
you're
out
not
by
talking,
year end, and
my
the new
nigga.
products come in a few weeks or a month after, because we have to pay taxes on inventory. And this year, I've decided to extend the sale until everything completely sells out. So to be clear, almost every one of our best-selling
I got no problem with
nutraceutical supplements is
gay
selling
people,
out,
trust me.
and for a good reason, because here are the specials that we're running until they sell out or until the new year comes.
And I
Here
definitely
in just
don't have a
about 4 or
problem.
5 days.
Hey, no.
Living
Copywritten shit.
30% off. Supermel
Whose?
Vitality, 30% off. These are huge specials.
Okay, well, that's
Silver Bullet
copywritten.
Little Silver, 50% off. Brain Force.
See, Alex Jones is
33%
not
off.
copywritten.
Winter Sun, Vitamin D, 25%
He
off.
actually
And a lot
encourages
of these
me
are selling out as we speak or have sold
to play
out.
my shit
Survival Shield X2, 30%
when I'm playing his
off.
shit.
BioTrue Selenium,
So I do that.
30% off, and then let me finish up.
For you
with this.
douchebags that are
Super
stupid.
Drop. Store-wide,
I already know
free
what he's
shipping
saying.
until
I saw yesterday's episode.
Store-wide at
It's today.
InfoWarsStore.com.
3 hours long. You don't got the time. See, that's why I can't watch you douchebags on YouTube, because I'm watching real motherfuckers and real intel, nickel.
The
You know what
Goblin
I'm
Global special. Store-wide free
Now the rest of
shipping,
you,
50 to 30%
a menial
off on scores
Japanese
of
peasant,
items, and all of these
basically,
are super high quality
or,
products
you know,
that
you
help
do work
fund the spearhead
worthy of a
in the
peasant,
fight
not be
against
this
the
menial,
globalists
but
and
you're a menial ass
our
nigga,
dangers.
basically is what I'm
We couldn't have
saying.
built this
You a bitch.
operation without you.
I'm up here,
Us
you down here.
beside us or behind us.
Not
You are
based on
standing
views,
at the
not based
heart
on subscribers.
of the
It's just that
rebellion
I'm better
of
than
the
you.
globalists.
I don't gotta
We are
stop
American
and think.
restoration
It just
is
comes
trying to
out
restore
natural.
and make it great again and free again and
Get what I'm
safe
saying,
again
nigga?
and prosperous again. And we're doing it the old-fashioned
It's that muscle
way,
memory. I've been
with
doing
free
this shit for
markets
how long,
of
nigga?
Amazing high-quality
Long time.
products. So, I certainly hope and pray you had a blessed and Merry Christmas.
People don't like me so
And
much,
I'm
they gotta
really
watch me.
focusing and working hard to make sure
People
we
like
have
me
a
so much,
great
they gotta watch
new
me.
year as Americanism,
how it
not
works.
globalism, accelerates into the future. So again, I want to encourage
She
you
said
all,
Twisted
take
Crown
advantage of
has
the
you
biggest
doing
sales
his
of
dirty work. How
2016
long is
with
that gonna
Christmas
last? Or
sales
how long is that gonna
extended
take to
with
get
free
old or
shipping
something like that?
store-wide
Who?
and 50
Him.
to 30% off on high-quality
She's messaging
supplements
Elias.
and many other
She goes,
items
"Oh, you
at
wanna play this game? How long
InfoWarsStore.com
you
and
think it can last?"
InfoWarsLife.com. I'm Alex Jones, signing
Oh,
off
the
from
account?
Central Texas News Center.
Nah,
in
nobody
Austin.
does
Go
my
to
dirty work.
InfoWarsStore.com today for 30 to 50% off specials while supplies last, plus free shipping.
If I wanna get you,
253-31.
I'll get you.
You are listening to the
But lucky it's not me.
Show. I am Leanne McAdoo taking the wheel.
I'll
for the
disable
rest of
your
the hour,
account.
and I will be here with you
Completely.
for the 4th hour. If your local station doesn't carry the 4th hour, well, please, make sure that they get your request.
I'm not saying
to
I'm
carry
going
the 4th
to.
hour,
I'm
but you
saying I
also go to
can't.
Infowars.com
Of course, I don't threaten people with
/show,
that. I haven't done that shit in
and
like
tune
a
in
month.
to the 4th hour. We're going to have Paul Craig
I don't
Roberts
take
joining
accounts.
us, and I really want to get his
That's
take.
not
What the heck
speculation.
is going on with Obama's
You
last
take my account though,
disruptive
I will
moves?
take
Is
your
this
shit.
a scorched earth policy,
And then I'll
just
put you
gonna
on
set the
restriction.
whole thing on fire to muck it up as much as
I'll
humanly
get your
possible
ghost that
before
got
Trump
me,
gets in,
and then I'll get
or are
you.
we looking at World War III?
Just
or
like I
will
did with
Trump even
somebody
get in?
else.
So we are going to be getting into all of that in the 4th hour, so make sure you tune in.
I know you're
I'm also
thinking,
gonna
my
have Owen
other one's still
Schroyer
up.
joining
I'm
me,
still
as
working
well
on
as
that.
Margaret Howell,
But I'll tell you what.
getting to all of this news.
I'll put
and
up another
more.
account, you fuck with
So one of
it,
the
I'll make
stories
sure you're
that
on
obviously
restriction for the
huge
next
this
3
week
fucking months.
is the actress Carrie
They need to
Fisher
go under an
passing
alias,
away, as
bitch
well as her
nigga.
mom. But something kind of interesting happened. A lot of people, as per usual, when a celebrity dies, take to Twitter to offer their condolences. Well, now you are not allowed to offer your
I don't know what to say,
condolences
but
in a way that
like I
is
said, it didn't piss me off.
to
But don't do it
the
again.
social justice warrior feminazis out there. So we have a tweet coming from comedian Steve Martin.
I was friends with some if gang niggas, man. What the fuck?
Outrage.
Yeah, speaking of
after his tweet, remembering
Nobi?
deceased actress
They don't even know who
Fisher
fucking Nobi if gang is,
He
nigga.
says, "When I was a young man, Carrie Fisher was the most beautiful creature
So
I
was
had
Vinny
ever
Paz.
seen. She turned out
Wow,
to be
no.
witty and bright as well."
Yeah, we tried to sell title Vinny Paz, if gang.
Anyone who was
That
a young
includes
fan
Gmo,
when Star Wars
nigga.
came out with Princess Leia, I think any that was like, she was the object of
That is
every
not
man's desire, period, point
speculation.
blank. But how dare you think that a woman could be beautiful, and how dare you say as much in a tweet after she dies? So, of course,
And
this
yeah, don't
sparks
put
the
Gmo's name in
feminazi
your mouth,
outrage, and
bitch
they
nigga,
say,
if you don't even
"I
know him,
think she
bitch
aspired
nigga.
to be
Nightman
something higher than
dog.
just being
Bless.
pretty." And another person says,
I know.
It's a picture of sexual objectification and enslavement. She was so much more."
Well, not really.
Of course she was so
That's not
much
true.
more, but that was an iconic
Only on his fan page
scene,
because, yeah,
and
he is
frankly,
Max.
she wouldn't be remembered for all of her,
On his personal
all
profile.
of the other stance she took on
Oh, yeah, I bet
feminism
you
and
want the
mental
names of the other
health
people.
and
Too
her
fucking bad.
screenwriting and her wit and her charm and her intelligence. If she hadn't been cast in that movie,
We know what's happened for me.
she captured the
Z in your
hearts of
fucking
young
chin!
men and women alike. So the criticism here is that because this rage army came
Bitch,
after
nigga.
Steve Martin, he deleted his tweet. He was forced to delete his
Deleted another
condolence
tweet, nigga.
because the Twitter
Bitch
army
nigga.
came
Delete
after
another
him.
tweet, nigga.
I
Bitch
mean,
nigga.
that
Dog,
is
you think
is
this
crazy.
shit.
Do
This
we
shit don't
wanna live
rock
in a
you a
world like
bitch ass
that, where
trick.
you're
You
not
can't even
allowed
put
to
out
say
shit
a
when it
woman
comes to
is
the
beautiful,
YouTube, dude. You a
especially
punk
in
ass
an
bitch
iconic
that don't
movie?
know what the
It's
fuck
not
they
like,
do.
this article in
Speaking
Mike's
of
Zach
that,
points out,
I'll
it's
give
not
you a
like she
crack
was
with a
Margaret
motherfucking
Thatcher.
bat, and this
You
shit's
know,
all
if she
spiked
was in
up like that, and I will
politics,
give
sure,
you a
that's,
crack.
you know,
But
politics
speaking
is
of
not
crack, you be
predicated on your
smoking that
looks,
crack.
but if you're an
But I be
actress
dabbing that, you
or a
little
singer
punk
or
ass
an
bitch. You
entertainer,
get cracked
it
real
is,
quick.
you know, your
And I'll
looks are
make you fucking do a
important in that
flipping fall
business.
on
So,
your
yeah,
dick.
people
If you
are
had
going to
one,
comment
son,
on
you
your
ain't
looks.
got
It's
shit.
not
I'm
outrageous,
just to
but
clown
this is
you,
how
little
far
punk
we've
ass
come.
bitch.
And
Freestyle on the
John Lindsay
fucking
had an
live
article in the
stream.
Daily
What
Wire,
can you do,
where he was
motherfucker? You
talking
keep my
about
balls
not only
clean
this
because you're
Steve
close to
Martin
those
tweet being forced to be
motherfuckers.
deleted, but also the fact that Charlie Sheen has been
Nightmare
facing some
McCormick. Fuck those
backlash because he
motherfuckers.
tweeted out after these celebrities had been passing away in 2016. He said, "Trump next, please God, Trump next." So everyone came after him.
Nightmare,
He didn't
talk,
delete his tweet. In
McCormick.
fact,
Fuck your fucking mothers.
regardless of if you agree with what he says or not, that's the kind of country we need to live in, where if you want to say, "Please God, take Trump next," and then you should be allowed to do that. People died, went to jail for the First Amendment, for the right to be able to speak their mind and to live in a free country, not in a country where you have these harpies, social justice warriors,
What,
raging
Nightmare has
about
herpes?
a freaking 140
That's all that made it to the Alex
character
Jones show?
limit tweet calling a woman pretty.
Let me find out, dude. That shit's
She
highly
was a
contagious like
beautiful
Ebola.
woman. And it's not like when she was
I
in
mean
a little
Ebola. I
slave
can't be
suit that
saying
she was
Ebola
just
like that. I get in trouble.
you know, pretty helpless girl. She took out cancer. Okay, so
I bet you guys forgot what about that Ebola shit, huh? You're like, oh,
appreciate
Ebola, never
being
heard of it.
remembered
Well, yeah, we
as
had
a
an outbreak of
beautiful
that.
woman who captured the heart.
Let me find out. Shit!
Power save settings.
Power save settings! My fault. I'm gonna
Fuck
turn
you.
that back on. Be right back.
Go fucking die.
I would say settings. Okay, I'm back. And, oh, who's this? I don't know. Somebody would peep. Oh, Philip.
Oh, it's Hunter.
No. Hunter. That's not me. Toxic's watching some fucking live stream about CM Punk and that's watching PlayStation. They're probably you, dude. Because it's kind of convenient that all of a sudden they're not commenting and you are. Hunter. It's kind of weird. See how your speculation makes you look like an idiot? If I knew who... Wait, did you just... What? Are you playing dumb? Where were you when I was asking them to confirm who they were?
Oh no, that might not be Hunter. He would spell my name with a K.
What do you spell your name with?
A C.
Fucking retard.
It's because it's probably... I don't know.
He's retarded.
But if he doesn't... See, dude... Well, you know how you pretend to be nice to me? That's because I know you're Hunter, dude. But if you like, I can ban your account. I'm sitting here not doing shit.
That account's awesome though, huh?
One nigga's fucking watching CM Punk like I told you. And the other nigga's going through the PlayStation right now.
Get the spam with
I'm feeding my face.
Like I told you. Yeah, she's eating smart food. Fucker.
No lies.
I know, goddamn.
You need to go to Doc with that subbot and accusal shit, dude. Yo, that's like telling me to go fuck my mother, Holmes. Yo, I'll smack you, bitch, nigga. Smack you off my live stream, bitch.
Shit's getting real.
Well, you know, now you're not talking? Did you ban him or something?
I might have.
Philip?
Why, he's fun.
You didn't get banned, Philip. Don't be no bitch. Come on, Philip.
Damn.
You know, when you're 50 some odd years old, it's easy to put you in your place. Like McCormick, when he talks like one of his bosses at work, that's all he knows, how to say what they can say and repeat what they say. So once they say something else, he doesn't know what to say. You know, he has to go to work the next day and get that intel from his boss. I got it all up here.
You can't get that many trophies, mama.
You're right.
Come on, Philip. Why aren't you commenting no more, dude? You're boring me, dude. How about I close this stream down, dude, because it's like really long, and I'll build a new one. Yo, I don't like the streams getting to the 2-hour mark. People don't like that. They make fun of me and shit, yo. You believe that, yo? They make fun of me, yo. I never been made fun of in my life, yo. Until I start making those 6-hour streams. You know, they get 1,000 views and shit. Then, yeah, they're like, yo, don't you make 6-hour streams? I'm like, yeah. But that's all
Story time with Twisted Clown.
Huh?
Story time with Twisted Clown.
Yeah. But true story, like the rest of them. You know, like the true story there. And the true story.
I want to hear about the first one.
Which one?
The first one.
I like you don't tell Shay. That one? Which one?
The phone and some weird...
Oh, honey! Come back! It's your fault! No, honey! Mort. The end.
Exposed.
Exposed nightmare speculation. Hanging from the ceiling is somebody's brother. Dangling like a whole Christmas ornament. Ding, 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 ding. Like this. And he's like this. He's trying to hang himself, yeah? And then he breaks the shit because it's Fox Ops. When I watched it, he tries to re-hang himself. Yeah. Then he's like, he snaps his own fucking neck, and then Doc comes in. Whoa! I think he hung himself. Grandma, lay by the moo cover him up.
Maybe you can't be mad that he's just hanging around.
Yeah, he just with his robe.
He was.
He's chilling just like Ken is.
He was stretching. We call him stretch nuts. And then
after he was like.
Then you went to alcohol, right? You were drinking alcohol like it was water. So, you know. Now your liver's shot to shit. Your kidneys is
You must
fucked
have watched
up.
his other one, huh?
And you always pale looking. Now, do you know why you always jaundice? It's because you were dying, good sir. The end.
Are we talking about Dr. Prickett?
Speculation.
Oh.
But that white stuff on your face, that pale?
That's not pale, that's sperm.
It means you were lying almost dead. Like 2 years tops for you, mate. That's all I give you. I give Hunter 5. You will die of natural causes. Liver damage. Kidney disease. Stop! Drink it!
Those aren't mine.
Yes. He hung himself, so fucking what? Don't drink your life away. Do you see me drinking alcohol? No. I drank alcohol when I was like 16, dude. I got over that shit. Now I smoke lots of amounts of pot. My doctor recommends it. And apparently all California doctors recommend it.
Hey.
Don't worry, it's legal here anyway.
Hey,
what?
You want a split one?
I don't want one, I still have one. Yeah.
Sorry, that's why you're so skinny.
So, hold on. Hold on. Hunter, so when you're making a video, dude. Because, dude, come talk to me under your real account, Hunter. That's why. Don't pretend you're Philip. Don't try to befriend me. Don't be no spy. Don't be no snitch. Don't be no bitch. When I come back on the next stream, I hope to see you on your real account. Mr. Marijuana-yo, or whatever you call yourself. Or Grandpa, whatever you come in with. Or Eddie Monster Festa dude. All those dudes. Don't use them. Use your real account. Not the fill up, not the bitch titties. Don't come in those accounts. Okay? Your account. If not, I got some room on my butt loop for you too. Little bitch. You know, I won't even charge you.
Why do the challenge if we just sit on here?
Oh, Hunter? You think you can box? You can't even walk up a flight of stairs before you get winded. Now, here's a recommendation if you ever want to fight me, good sir. You have to be able to at least run a quarter mile. If you can't run a quarter mile, you should not be able to box with me. You're like my 72-year-old dad thinks he can still kick my ass. Well, Hunter, it's not like that anymore, old man. Now, if you don't keep in shape,
This is the last night.
look, I stay in shape in my old age. How come you're not? This is why I know. One kick to your fucking brachial artery will knock you clean out. 25 minutes. That's how I reset your hard drive for you. There's no fucking possible way you can kick my ass. This is not a scene. This is not anything besides me telling you how it is. Call me a hater. Whatever. I don't hate on you. I watch your shit all the time. Bitch. But you want to come up on here and pretend you're cool and you want to be Philip today? You got fucking associate disorder, my friend? Come at me with your real account. I don't have my accounts. I come up as Twisted Clown the Magic Ninja when I comment. You don't know it's me. I'm the one with more subscribers than most of you. Any other questions? I will end this in 5. Philip Hunter. Whatever you want to go by. Should I call you Philip Hunter? Are you Philip at the moment? Is he the one in the van with the candy? Speculation? Does he wear clown makeup like John Wayne Gacy? Philip. Don't lie to me. Don't fake the funk, bro. Never mind, don't even tell me. I don't want to be accessory to your shit. Hunter, I mean Philip. Pogo the Clown.
Is the boy flu still in there?
Let me check.
Yeah, his last comment is, I'll dig all of you down.
Leave it to him to fucking watch.
Ask Daddy.
Wait, Daddy, what's his name?
Which one?
I can't quite see it.
Who? Which one? Damn it! I just closed my YouTube.
Is that the boy Blue?
Yeah, the blue one.
Huh?
He's not blocked on any other account.
What's his name?
The boy flew. Like you flew. You spelled it wrong, bro. Or do you have the flu? That's how you, yeah. That's how you spell that.
No, you call, like, people that are, you know, like, the color blue, you call it flu.
Oh!
The boy flew 9198 poo.
Damn. Oh, I didn't even see that. 91 poo. Ah.
I didn't know Blue was, you know, I didn't know he knew that type of...
Philip, I mean Hunter, I mean Philip is trying to claim accounts right now. Hunter, I implore you to claim all these accounts.
The boy flew 9198 poo.
But you can probably only claim the ones with your pictures on them though, right? I think one of them does have your picture on them.
It does, it says they see me roll and... I thought that was kind of creative. Whoever did that.
But I implore you to take all these accounts, man.
Somebody really took time into making a picture of you, Hunter. You should flatter yourself, man.
Yeah.
Because if it was me, I sure the fuck would hit that. Well, maybe with a bus. Speculation.
Yeah, there's not many hookers. There's not many hookers over there, is there, dude? You gotta make that bullhead trip. Pick
if
up
they
those.
do, they don't want no saggy ass titties.
No, the illegal aliens for a green card or something. Yeah. Sucky, sucky.
Instead of him grabbing the girl's titties, they're gonna be grabbing his titties.
The titties hit your belly, good sir. I saw that. And your chin is like almost down to your titties. Is that your skin or your fat? I don't know.
that's
Are you melting? Please tell me no. You're a guy, yeah?
Leave him alone. He's medicating right now.
Okay.
You mean meditating?
He's medicating.
Dude, I got better medication than you, bro.
Yeah, when he takes those little stale hits.
And I go, yeah, dude. Why are you taking stale hits from that fucking piece of shit? Old ass song anyway, dude.
This is Dad's Bog from the 1960s.
Hey, that looks like, you know, the big one.
You don't even got a catcher on it or nothing, my niggas. What's
We
up?
should buy him like a dick end.
I know,
one
dude.
with a dick head on it.
Yeah, dude. They got dick lighters, you know. You can just flip the dickhead top and just... Yeah. Speculation. I don't have any of them. They have tasers like that, too. Imagine getting tased with a dick. You're just like, ha ha ha. Like, fuck you, don't wave a dick at me. Like, you're like, whoa, that's a strong dick! I thought it was funny.
It was about as funny as Hunter's gaming skills.
Right? That must, yeah, I think that's a burn then. It's not good?
And Billy's.
He's not good? Oh, you guys are not, I know Billy's confirmed not good. Shit. I think I'm gonna end this stream then. I mean, I'll be back though.
Remember when I made Billy Rage? Was an RPG?
Yeah, I too made it that. Speculation. It's sitting quietly on another channel. Shh. It's sleeping. I will not open it up until you hide it. But delete it. Then it's mine. To keep. I can put it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Your mom's Facebook? Whatever. Same as all your shit there, Prem. Talk about threatening people. My homie's gonna come get you. It's all about that shit, yo.
F gang, nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Oh, you a gay bitch. Other than that, I'm gonna give you like 10 minutes to go take a shower, whack off, go get something to eat, come back, Hunter.
I mean,
Philip. Oh, Philip. The hook is, or what time is it? Well, $2,100, Hunter. Quick, what time is it? Bitch, nigga. You on the military time? Hurry up, Hunter! $2,100! Counting up to 12 becomes 13. That's 1. 14 is 2! 15 is 3. Keep going. You got it good, sir. My mom taught me when I was fucking 8!
Who is it?
It's me.
I don't care who me is. You're not recognizing the voice recognition, good sir?
F gang, you again.
Anyway, twist the clown. Putting it down.
Yes.
24 hours a day. Not 7 days a week. Because sometimes I need a break. Or sometimes I open up a stream so you can entertain me. Is that fair? Okay. But I'll label it that. I need some entertainment. Cheer me up. Or something. Sometimes I don't, yeah. It is me on camera. Why don't you make a fucking video? Why do I always gotta be the fucking one? You fucking make one. Oh yeah. I don't care to watch. I'm sorry. But, well, send me a link? Oh wait, you blocked me. Check my fucking account! How am I supposed to watch? I don't care. No. I don't. What he said. He said fuck you. That's what it sounded like. Any more questions? 3 people watching. Come on, I'll end this stream, yeah? And open up another. I don't like him this long. I think that's what Nightmare's Woman said because, yeah. We'll talk about it on the next stream, yeah? I'll try to keep the other one short. Oh, wait, that's what Nightmare says. I messed you up. I keep talking about Nightmare's. Sorry. If you've seen what you post.
Are you allergic to saline?
Speculation. With that said, you know how easy it is to close this stream and open up another one? It only takes a minute. But I'm going to give you 10 minutes, Hunter. Because it takes you 5 to get up off the chair, yeah? Sorry, speculation.
Wait. I envision Hunter crawling around like Joe Swanson.
See, I knew the other dude wasn't Dawson shit.
Hunter's the Herbert Jr.
Doss these nuts. Oh. You must be allergic to douchebags.
Same, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's almost... It's like cutting onions. Eventually you get used to that shit.
And you can't get used to Billy's stench.
And you stop crying. Well, yeah, no, I do. Stop a few cans and some Max sprays and throw them in the house.
Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
What, you want Hatchigi or something?
Yeah. Birthday's coming up. I want to get that sweater.
Speculation. Oh, and I mean, speaking of that, Jim. If I wanted a shirt with a man's face on it, I would get one. No problem. It's real easy. It was probably as much as this ski mask. But I'd rather have the ski mask. Because I may need it. It's camo. You'll never see me. Well, yeah. I never leave the house. So, I'll be waiting. You need the coordinates. You know what a crossbow can do to somebody? Come here and find out. Throw me with your friends, nigga, and I'm desperado, nigga. I'm that nigga that hops in that limousine with throwing knives. That's me! I got pesos for the phone, nigga. In my pocket. Anyway, I'll be back on the next stream. I'm digressing off into some shit. I sound like Nightmare. I'm just fucking digressing off into some shit. Ah, fuck you two. I'm killing this.